Oh, dang, Emily here. Quick! Excuse me. Woo-wee. I'm so fast. She said, I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy. So fast. Ooh. Ooh. What's up? Oh, Sean's here quick. Wow, Sean got here early tonight. What's up, Sean? Welcome, welcome, brother. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, that was a big one. Let's see. So what happened in the comments last night? I fell asleep at the end of 59. That's a good question. I don't know. What happened? I don't know. Did something crazy happen? Ooh, what's up, babe? What's up? What's up? You were, Sean. You were a second, brother. You were actually second. I don't know. Emily got here before the freaking little like chat thing started even popping up. It was crazy. It was so fast. It was so fast as fuck, boy. KDW, what's up? Whoa. Oh, what's going on? I was wondering. Oh no, I was just asking. Melissa said, I think somebody said, or I think, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I don't get to see the comments, so I don't know. That's why I was asking. I'm not sure. Hey, Lisa's here. Welcome, 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 Bobby. Welcome, welcome. I had to leave in queue. Oh, that sucks. Is everybody hearing me good tonight, though? Ooh, Miss Wolverine, you reached level 9 of the fan club. Huzzah! Money, money. Everybody hear me good tonight? Everybody hear me good? All right, that's good. Money, money, money. Money, money. Hey, Belle, welcome, welcome. Good, you hear me good? Good. Hey, join the fan club. Thank you, everybody. Wait, how did you... Okay, so the both ear things is the weirdest thing ever. Okay? So I had to go into my microphone settings and take it off of stereo and put it into mono. And now it's transferring into both. I don't know, but yeah. So that was weird. Yeah, see, it's both ears. Yeah, so that seemed to fix it. So if anybody ever has that issue, try that. Excuse me. Man, that last one. Ooh, that last one hit. Excuse me. Okay, I'm trying about all this cost. So, while we're waiting for a few people. Oh, that's right. I forgot to flip the camera. Thank you. My checklist. Nikes. Thank you. Appreciate you. See, this is why I have my voices. The voices in my head keep me going right. There we go. Now it's all better. I get to be top 5 maybe since the first live. That's funny. So I went back really quick because, you know, we had to go look at some stuff after what we saw yesterday. I had to go do some research. Hey, Allie Grace, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. We will discuss very soon. But it's in reference to our... Yeah, that guy. It's in reference to that guy. Some comments were filtered. I know what comments were filtered. How are comments... What was being filtered? It can't be the EF. No way. Maybe it was me. Was it me? Did I do it again? Who knows? I don't know what's happening. TikTok doesn't like us. I don't know. Maybe Vega, but my little green light says it's still green, so I don't think we got a restriction. I don't know. TikTok doesn't like the loud changes in voices and... Hey, oh dang! Already at 1,000 hearts. Wow, we only been on like 5 minutes. Hey, P's here. What's up? What's up? Excuse me. We ended last night at chapter 60. But before we get into that, we're gonna discuss some old bitch tits Barlow. It's entertainment, TikTok entertainment. Everything we said is directed at fictional characters. We mean no harm or bullying or anything else. It's my belief it's because Dane, until you get the restrict... right, it is absolutely Chode. Or Dane. I got it. It's Dane. Dane, Chode, 8. Yeah, yeah. We're trying to give him his respect. I don't think it was you. I'm at drinks? What is drinks? I'm at drinks. What does that mean, P? You're getting drinks? Okay, so Dane becomes not the... Dane's no longer the worst. He's Dane's... Dane is... I have to call Dane now, but he's still a chode. Ugh, I'm trying to... Just giving him his name. P is at what? She's having drinks and streaming me? No way. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Hey, Lisa, thank you. She's at a bar. Why are you at a bar with real people and then you turn into me? You tune into me. That is wild. What? You are crazy. Thank you for sharing. You streamed at the bar before? That's crazy. Y'all are wild. Excuse me. Okay, so before we get into reading, we're gonna start soon. See how far we can get tonight. But we have to talk about old Jack frickin' Barlow, okay? Jack Barlow, really quick. And I went back to Fourth Wing because I'm like, okay, after we left off, where we left off, we'll probably do bingo. Yes, we'll make it quick. And before predictions, did Jack Barlow come to Basgiath already of any, or did something happen? So, excuse me, I went back and I looked. Now, if you go to chapter 23 in Fourth Wing, that's when we have the challenge on the mat. Okay. Now, if you're in the book, we go to chapter 23, page 292. I can't hear Wise. I can't. Oh, she can't find her AirPods. No. All right. So, what's he saying? Is shit popping yet? No, not yet. Not yet. So we find out that the challenge is on page 292. Okay. And then we get a little bit on 293 where she slices his hands with the daggers and then his cheeks have a little bit of blotching, okay? There's a little bit of blotching. Later on, it talks about his lips being pressed thin, but nothing crazy about the descriptions. And then there's nothing really much for the next... Oh, she found her iPods. Yeah, her AirPods. There we go. All right. Now, once you get to 295, and it's at the very, very top, okay? And I'm just going to read it out, but it says, I'm going to wait till P got her AirPods in. We're going to wait. Lips being pressed in. What did I step into? Lips being pressed in. Ah, yes. What did she step into? Hi, P. We're talking about Jack effing Barlow and when did he turn Vinny? Okay? That's when we're talking about him. When did he turn Vinny? We're trying to figure it out. So the first sign, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So the first sign, I think that quick looking, excuse me, that we go back is if 295 in my book is 295, it says at the bottom, 4, it says trembling hand in the pocket, leathers open the stopper of the vial. So that's where it's just opened, okay? She hasn't done anything yet. The top of 295, the sadistic grin in his red rim eyes, or the red rim around his eyes are all I can see, forces more and more power into my body. But my hands are occupied, too obsessed with his victory, and I hear him stop screaming. He's using his powers. Riddick roars from the corner of my decreasing vision. The moment I see both sides, I shove the vial against Jack's smile so hard I feel one of his... So that's when she gives it to him, okay? So, and he's got the red rims around his eyes in Fourth Wing. Right there on page 295. So the question is, did he come in, or did something happen to him while he was there? Did he find something and we just don't know it? Did he wander down a path? Is there a secret Vinny body hiding somewhere? Like, okay, like that's all I could find right there. So are we sure about? I mean, so he turned after. Everyone turned to your books. That was funny. That one was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Jessica, that was funny. Everyone turned to your. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay, think after. So that's interesting. So, I like that. He needed to be able to channel first, I think, right? So, but I think that might be the first sign that we see something happen to him. You know what I'm saying? I think the second he could draw magic, he went too far. Ooh, there we go. So since we don't know his power, maybe he has one of those. Is he like Sloan? Okay, hear me out. Okay, possible. Okay, hey, has anybody thought about that? We just found out Sloane's a siphon, right? Sloane is a siphon. She can take other people's powers. Is maybe old freaking Barlow, is old bitch tits Barlow maybe a siphon too, and he realized he could siphon the power from certain spots in the ground. But see what I'm saying? Like it's describing siphons because they can redirect a power into a person. Okay, maybe he was siphoning her power. I don't think he's a siphon. What do we mean? How did I get a bully come? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh my Lord. Oh my Lanta. Time to what the dragons' names mean, buddy. I don't know what all they mean yet. I'm sorry. I haven't looked at that yet. I haven't looked it up yet. I don't want to get spoiled on something if they're too much. I'm not going to lie. He's a battery charger. He overloads power, pushes you to burn out. Okay. All right. Oh, she's closing the tab. What's up, kiddo?
I officially got commission number 3.
Nice job. Commission number 3. High five. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Look at that. You're making money already.
Oh, you also, when you have a moment, you gotta approve it because it's still weird like that. But you're on live, so take your time.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you can like leave the app or something.
No, I can't. I'll do it as soon as we're done. I got you. Bum bum bum. Okay, sorry. Yes, I agree. Excuse me. Hello. What type of commission? It's an art commission. She's a little artist, you know. So she puts her. Excuse me. God, that last one room gave me hurt. She's an artist, so she draws and she puts her stuff on the old tiki-talkie, and then people like it, so they're like, "Hey, $5 for a drawing," and she goes, "You bet." So that's what she does. So that's what we're doing. Gotta encourage them. So I mean, why not, right? Hey, we were told as a kid you can't make a living playing video games, and now there's kids winning $16 million tournaments. If my kids say they want to be an artist, okay, let's try to be an artist, man. Fuck it. What do we got to lose? You know what I mean? I think someone was in his ear. Name's not giving spoilers. Or not giving spoilers. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I will get into the names then. If you promise there's no spoilers, I see the comment. Okay, gotcha. Oh, making bracelets for friends? Legit. I respect it. Okay, I will do that tomorrow. I will do the names tomorrow. Is there specific ones, or do I need to do all of them? Because I might go too far. Oh, I got a flash goal. Whatever the flash goal is, we did it. Yeah, buddy. What's up? What's up? Man, we already got 25 people. Okay, sounds good. That'll work. That'll work. All right. Sorry, Nisha. We're still going to. What did you call me? My name is Tarnanach, not Tornisha. Okay. Here we go. Excuse me. Okay, I think we cleared that up there. Sorry about that. Man, that was a loud one. Bum. He would just roast you. Fair enough. I think Taryn would like me. He'd be like, this guy's got just enough weirdness that he's cool. I think Taryn would like me. He's like, he's a little weird, but I think, All right. Hang on really quick. Does everybody have their bingo cards ready? What is funny is Taryn's full name is. Depending on how it goes, possible. If not, we'll definitely finish tomorrow night for sure. All right. So, has everybody got their bingo cards ready? If Taryn approves, you're good people, right? Exactly. Taryn's giving tickets to the barbecue. Taryn's like, you're cool, you're in. He's at the door. He's checking a rope. You saw a Segale license plate? That's kind of legit. I need to get a bingo rolling thing and put balls with the names. Add it to the list of future ideas. And if Saggy doesn't want to touch you, then you Gucci. There you go, right? All right, are we ready? Does anybody need a quick update of where we're at? Any plans on book-based tattoos? I don't know. I don't know about tattoos. Tattoos really aren't my thing, Maybe, I don't know. I haven't got tattoos in a while. I've actually taken a break for a while. We are on what chapter? We're on chapter 61. We're going to be starting on 61. The scuff I scuffed. I think I might do a big Tarnanok throat mouthpiece right here. Just no. Twisted lips would be like, excuse me, what? What did you say? Yes. I believe I believe I saw all the ones that were posted in the Discord. I believe I did. I'm just, before I start, I'm trying to wait for this restriction to go away. We have 4 minutes and 2 seconds because apparently something was harassing and bullying. I don't know. So that's what we're waiting on. Yes. Okay, I saw that one. Yes. What's up, my love?
Right here.
I knew that was coming. Yeah, so when I do that, it's just his mouth too. You don't even get to see his face. It's just the inside of his mouth. It'll be dumb. It'll be great. Well, hot damn. Excuse me. I have one kneecap left. I think I'm gonna do something on the kneecap. I might do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I saw the dragons. Okay, there. Haven't missed the chapter. Oh snap, the chapter. Predictions for the end of the book. It's gonna end, and I'm gonna probably be mad. Something gonna piss me off. I think something gonna okay. So really quick, while we're waiting for this restriction to go, I got like another minute. Okay. So where did we just? Oh, that's right. So they were. Hang on. They just had their plan of attack or defense. They're doing the quadrants. They're playing the zone defense. They got everybody coming in. They were about to play Olympics. They were warming up the fingers. Brennan knocked on the door again. That guy's got some impeccable freaking timing, right? Brennan's got some impeccable timing. So they stop. They go out. Brennan shows up. He's got the first year, second year Sloan and the Flyers and their Griffins. Okay. The plan is they're the riders, because they can run faster on the ground, little chicken feet, little chicken legs, little dino nuggies, right? So they're going to take their little dino nuggies and they're going to go look for all the runes that apparently Bitch Tits Barlow planted that are attracting the Vinny, if I'm not mistaken. That's what's happening, right? That's what's going on. So that's happening. And then Mama Sorngale, just her and Brennan are in a motherfucking staring contest, like into their souls, like that's how they are, right? Like they are in each other's souls. And Riri comes up to General Sorengale, and she ended with the little badass line. Riri nods, turns her head to her mother. General Sorengale, 2nd Squad, Flame Section, 4th Wing, officially request permission to guard the airspace above the Warstone Chamber. Mom doesn't take her eyes off Brennan. Gritted. Okay. Personal space. Hey, we got plenty of miles between us. Okay? Ha ha ha. I'm just playing. That is kind of funny. Personal space. I am a fan of personal space, unless there's somebody else invading it, and well, one person invading it. But anyway, I know, I understand. Mom's cool. I get Mom freaking out. Like, what the hell? Like, she didn't get to run up like Mirror and, snock her in the face. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get a chance to do that. And I get it. And I get why Brendan kind of mad at her too. Like, both valid. You know us around here. Me and my voices, we keep it real. Everybody can be a chode, even the main character. Okay? So, my soul was just caressed. I tried. Hey, listen, I want y'all to know I'm here for y'all, okay? I am here for y'all. Laughter and soul. Up close and personal with our cult leader, we've been blessed. Y'all are wild, y'all. I love y'all so much. Y'all are a blast. Never did I ever. We haven't even been doing this officially 1 year yet. I just want y'all to know that. Haven't been even doing this officially a year yet. All right. 61 coming up. Are we ready? Excuse me. Cleared that throat out. Or do I offer the sacrifices? That is hilarious. We're like those aliens in Toy Stories. The claw, the claw. All right, I got one ready. I got the other ready. Here we go, the claw. All right. I don't think I have any cats out here tonight, so I think we're good for now. Ready? Thumbs up. Ready? All right, here we go. Though there is some debate, it is greatly believed that turning Vinny heightens one of the dark welder senses. It is this scholar's belief that the one responsible for the death of the king, Girthwild, developed keener eyesight. For not even the best of His Majesty's Royal Flyers could see through the darkness the Vinny hid within to slay our beloved king. Okay, Major Edvard Tiller. Unaccurred study of the Vinny, property of the library, Cordon Bleu, chapter 61. Dawn is still an hour away as the riders of our squad stand on the ridgeline above the main campus of Basgaeth. Dragons lined up behind us. The horizon holds a vague outline, the promise of light, but it winks in and out with my vision as the skyline shifts, the wavering shapes and constant approaching growing larger with every minute. Hundreds of feet below, in the front of the gates of Basgaeth, my mother waits upon us, Aimser, with her personal squad, including Mira and Tyne, slightly behind her. She in front of us all, her 3 children, the place she sacrificed us, her very soul for. They're coming, Taryn tells me. His posture stiff while the others shift their weight and dig in their talons on the snow-covered, decomposed granite of the mountainside. Oh boy, we going helmet early tonight, folks. I don't know if it's a little too early. That's what she said. All right, but we will not be. Let's go. All right. They're coming, Taryn tells me, his posture stiff while the others shift their weight and dig in their talons on the snow-covered, decomposed granite of the mountainside. Squads from 3rd and 4th wings stand in formation up and down the mountains around us, both 1st and 2nd wings, half our forces now that we're back at the with the Basgaiath cadets. We've been sent to the edge of the vale while our squad guards the airspace above the 100 yards between the back of the main campus and the steep ridgeline we stand on, including the very well-hidden entrance to the ward chamber hundreds of feet below, where Brennan is working. Sloan, Eric, and the other first years are with him under the guise of fetching whatever he needs, but reordered them to Brennan's side, mostly to keep them safe. I know. I glance over my shoulder at where Adarna nips at her harness between Taryn and Segale. She showed up an hour ago and refused to leave. Come on, Adarna, what are we doing, my girl? If we lose Adarna, I'm rioting. I won't read the 3rd book, y'all. Y'all got it, brother fucked up. I'll tell you that shit right now. Nah, y'all, if y'all want to know how I feel, like, listen, y'all want to see a John Wick moment? Y'all see a John Wick moment. Like, in Kingdom of Ash in chapter 89, when I thought it was about to be AB, I almost lost. I swear to God, it better not be. Nah, she's not supposed to be there. How are you feeling? I asked, so scared I'm pretty sure my heart is going to give out and I'm about to shit myself. Riddick answers from the other side. So am I. I am with you. Holy crap. I was going to say horrifyingly scared, but sure, that works too. Riri nods. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I do the customary checks again. Not that I'd have time to get back to my room. I left anything. Zayden retrieved the daggers I put in Jack's shoulder, which gives me a full 12 plus 2 alloy hilted ones and the handheld crossbow strapped to my right thigh. I'm fully armed. Thanks to the daggers we brought with us in the forge here at Basgaiath, every cadet is armed. Does it ever get easier going into battle? Sawyer asked beside Riddick peering down at the college. Infantry has been deployed to every courtyard, every hallway, every entrance. The last line of the very fragile defense. No, Zayden answers to my left. You just get better at hiding it. He's not lying. Everyone clear on the plan? Riders answer Ree. Flyers answer to Bragdon. Quinn recites to our squad from down the line when they'll arrive. The Flyers are still hunting the boxes. Without the lures, maybe the Wyvern would have waited until daylight. Maybe it would have taken them longer to get a feel for where the hatchling grounds are. Maybe destroying the lures will deter the next horde that'll inevitably flow. But 1,000 maybes won't change what we're facing now. We stay in our sector, Imogen says from Quinn's side, braiding the longer pink strands of her hair to keep it out of her eyes. Should a Wyvern leave our airspace, we let it become another squad's responsibility so that we don't accidentally leave our sector unguarded. Okay, it's called breaking the egg. You don't leave your sectors afire. You don't leave no matter how many screams behind. You're not supposed to leave. This is literally in the infantry hand guide in case anybody wants to know. All right, I'm just saying. So accidentally leave our squad sector. We maintain our airspace at all costs. Rihanna is on dagger duty. Reddick says, rubbing his eyes together, even though it's uncharacteristically warm this morning. Why is that uncharacteristically warm? I can't see my breath. She'll fetch and distribute should any of any fall from their wyvern and take the daggers with them. Any reason you can't just drag them all down with the shadow power? Sawyer glances at Zayden away like there's any possible chance he hasn't already considered that. The look mirrored by Ree and Riddick. Other than the reason that I almost burned out holding 40 of them back in a narrow space like a valley. Oh, wow. Still 40? Damn. I was gangster. I remember that. Okay, yeah. Was that 40 of them? No, we didn't see that, did we? Anyway, sorry. And there looked to be 10 times that amount of airspace amount in the open plain. Zayden counters, arching his scared brow. Right. That, Sawyer nods to himself. Getting caught up in the wyvern is a mistake. I warn them as the downslope breeze becomes noticeable wind, but it, too, likes the icy chill of December. Yes, they'll try to kill us, but they schmill us. They try to schmeckle us. Sorry, I misread that TikTok. Entertainment purposes. We're just schmeckling people. Yeah, we love the good old schmeckling. Sorry, TikTok. Don't let them distract you from their creator. Schmeckle the Venny. who created them, and those Y-Wings will fall. In our experience, they stick close to their creators during the battle. You know, pairs. Riri asks, glancing down the line. Everyone nods. Our goal is always 2 against 1 in our favor. Mount up, regulators! Mount up. It was okay. Sorry. Riri's orders. I turn quickly and gather her into a hug, and she grabs for Sawyer and Riddick, yanking them into. Why are we Riri hugging every? Oh boy! Don't freeze. I tell them no. What happened? Okay, it's war. Somebody's. I'm losing somebody. No matter what happens, just keep moving and stay in the They can kill you if they don't drain you on the ground you're standing on. No one schmies today. Yeah, okay. No one schmies today, Riddick repeats, and Sawyer nods as we break apart. Did you see Jessie? Ree asks Sawyer. My eyebrows rise. She's here? Flew in with Marin. Sawyer says, his head bobbing. Guess griffins are a little more easygoing in that department than dragons. She's in the archives comparing Warwick's journal to Lyra's to see if she could figure out why the wards in Orisha are faulty. Once you said you were scared the wards would fail here, she started worrying you wouldn't be able to get back up there without knowing what went wrong in Orisha. Turns out, she's right. She shouldn't be in Basgaith. I shake my head. My heart races to the gallop. She's completely defenseless down there. She was worried she'd figure out the difference between the journals and be too far away to help. And if Breton mends that stone, she's our only chance at raising the wards here successfully. If we stop here, no grief. Oh, wait, we can stop here? This is the place to stop. That's what I see. Bob, we going to stop? We're just done? We just, okay, and then it's a good place to stop? No? I mean, we could. We can make an alternate ending. A happy ending. No? Oh, I'm getting yelled at. I'm sorry. It was a joke. I'm sorry. Okay, she just finished too much to the right to risk her life as we do. Reminds over her shoulder, heading towards Free. Now warm up those wielding hands or do whatever it is you need to do to set this place on fire. Okay, we going forward. We're going forward. Of all the times to pay attention to the chat, I know, right? I'm sorry. Forward! Forward! Promise me you'll stay hidden. I can't hide it. She backs up a step and I blink. It's almost as if she's faded straight into the darkness. Wait, is that the wrong page? I think a page flipped forward. Rihanna's on dagger duty, dragged them down with shadow powers. Nope, okay, we didn't do it. She shouldn't be at Basgaith. Okay, just making sure. Risk her life. I turn to Zadarna, finish this, and Quinn and Imogen. Promise me you'll stay hidden. I can hide. She backs up a step. I blink. It's almost as if I faded straight into the darkness. Benefits of being a black dragon. Tarn Chus. We were born for the night. I follow Adarna and scratches the scales between her nostrils. She lowers her head. Stay put. Marba's below you, keeping watch over Brennan. If the tides of the battles turn, he'll watch after you. But you have to go. Promise me. I will stand. I will keep watch. Wait, no, she's a sassy 16-year-old. Bitch, I'm staying here. No, I'm just playing. I will stand. I will keep watch, but I will not leave you this time, she huffs, a breath that scents lightly of sulfur. My heart sinks. She seemed too much for someone her age. It was easier when you were a juvenile. I gave her one last scratch. Every dragon in our squad knows to take care of her if Taryn and I fall. But only she can make the choice to let go. God damn. I didn't listen to them neither, did I? God dang it, good point. It's almost time, Taryn announces. And my heartbeat accelerates as I turn towards the rising sun, a strip of orange illuminating not only the horizon, but the massive cloud of wyverns that's near here. Another gust of warm wind blows and the stars wink out above us. Dark cloud bellow from over the mountains, charging in the air with the energy calls to my own. Zayden meets me, Taryn and Seagal, a scenario that reminds me entirely too much of Resin. He reaches for me, his warm hand cupping my back of my neck. I love you. The world doesn't exist for me beyond you. Leaning down, he rests his forehead against mine. I can tell you that the last time we flew into fight, I should have. I love you too. I grasped his waist and forced a smile. Do me a favor and don't die. I don't want to live without you. There are so many of them and so few of us. We don't die today. Okay, well, they can't kill Zayden. He's safe. She's got plot armor. I know they're safe. All right. If only we felt that kind of certainty, I try to joke. You keep your focus on the enemy in your life. He kisses me hard and quick. Even Malik himself couldn't keep me from you. And I pull back the first splinter of my head. Rain, Zayden looks up. In December, warmth, rain, the charge in the air. It's my mother. A slow smile spreads across my face. It's her way of imbuing her favorite weapon, Me. Oh, mama going. Okay. Mama giving it a little bit of lightning clouds, make it a little bit stronger. Okay, Mama Stormgale. I see you, girlfriend. I see you. All right. Okay. All right, remind me to thank her afterward. He pulls me in for another quick kiss and turns away without another word, mounting Segale at a run. I glance up at the sky and breathe deeply to carry the pressure my mother just put on me. The storm will help me, but if the rain increases, it will cost us the help of the griffins. They can't fly in anything much heavier than the drizzle. Okay, these chicken nuggets, I love them, but we got to work on their strength, my guys. You can't run a drizzle. You can't go in hot air. Oh, my Lord. We'll guard the ground and ferry the wounded. I mean, all right. Terran says as he lowers his shoulder. I walk up his foreleg, rein splintering against his scales, settling into the saddle. I buckle the straps across my thighs and check to make sure the quiver Marin gave me is securely fastened to the left side of my saddle. Within easy reach, I don't want to risk my shoulder slipping out by strapping it to my back and then grabbing the conduit from my pocket and slip the new steel bracelet attached to the top of it over my wrist. Only then, when I'm certain I am prepared as I can be, when the power flows through my veins with the heat that doesn't quite burn, do I look forward to the approaching enemies. My heartbeat stutters. Gods, they're everywhere. Their horde larger than any riot I've ever seen, flying in multiple altitudes most equal with our position. The sea of gray, wings straining necks, the gaping jaws devouring the sunrise. We've grossly underestimated their numbers, and knowing there's another wave following this, my throat tightens as I glance down the line of my squad. There's no chance of all of us getting out of here alive, if any of us do. But we just have to hold out long enough for Brennan to mend the ward stone. If we can raise the wards, even if Jesse doesn't find what we've missed in Arisha, we can stun the wyvern long enough to schmeal them. Within a few breaths, the wyvern are close enough that I can make out which of them bears a rider. And when I reach 24 in the court, I stop for the sake of my own sanity. Terror slides up my spine. I breathe deeply to force it down. Back down. I'm no good to Terran or Adarna to let anyone in my squad if I give in to panic, and I'll be even worse, a liability, if I don't keep in full control. They'll be within range in only minutes. Maybe we should have ridden out, engaging them over the plains. I can't help but second guess our plan as fear tightens my chest and speeds my heart rate. There are too many of them. They couldn't have flanked and surrounded us easily. Here we know every canyon, every peak. They cannot circumvent us, Terran answers. They'll have to go through us. They're spreading out, Terran says, his head swiveling. Their formation indicates they're engaging all our forces instead of targeting the Vale as we planned for. Formation indicates they'll engage our forces. My stomach plummets. We all allocated ourselves poorly. Then we'll just have to be sure they never reach the Vale, won't they? You'll only have to clear a firing field for a matter of seconds, Turn reminds me. I know, once the dragons engage, I'm just as likely to strike one of our own as I am a wyvern. The first strike counts for everything. I lift my hands and open the archive doors to steady, manageable flow of power, savoring the quick sizzle along my skin that come with the rush of energy. Tell Amser I need Mom to move that cloud. Yes, Terran says, following the stream of thoughts to a conclusion before I even voice them. I let the conduit raise against my forearm and concentrate on the cloud above us, blinking a steady fall of rain from my eyes. The dragons beside us begin to shift their weight, their shoulders rolling in preparation to launch. But Terran remains as still as the mountain we stand on. I spare a single glance over my shoulder for Adarna, but where are you? The battle hasn't even started yet, and she's already left her position. Hiding, like I promised, she peeks out from a cluster of boulders. Get ready, Terran orders as the clouds roll overhead at a supernatural speed, rushing toward the enemy. I focus on the horde. Without an outlet, power builds within me so hot, I start to think I might breathe fire. I let it gather, I let it burn, I let it threaten to consume me. Violet, Zayden says. Not yet, I answer. They'll only be on us in seconds. It has to be the right second. Sweat beads on my forehead. Violet, my mother's storm overtakes the wyvern at the highest altitude, and I released a torrent of scalding power, aiming towards the sky. Lightning cracks. jolting upward the very ground, the ridge beneath ours, in a blast of light so powerful it stings my eyes as it strikes into the cloud. I drop my arms as the bodies fall. Maybe this will be easier than, why are we thinking that? Never mind. The wyvern's tactics adjust within seconds, just like the riders who control them. Then they fly under the cloud cover, swerving to dodge the pummeling carcasses of their horde. Holy shitballs, Batman! Riddick shouts as the wyvern crashes in the fourth road that leads to Basgiath, their bodies leaving deep furrows in the ground. That won't work again, so I slide the orb into my palm and summon power once more, drawing a faster, more concentrated steam as I target the nearest rider and bearing wyvern. Fire whips through me as I willed, missing the wyvern but hitting another. Shit! Focus the next strike, not the last, Taryn says. Hold! Zayden shouts, entertainment purposes, TikTok, sorry. Shouts, keeping the field clear long enough for me to fire off another strike. Whoosh! The lightning leaves my hand again and Taryn's power what is that, domino? That's not domino. Dominion, yeah. Power dominion, yeah. Domination, dominion. Over my bones. I'll figure it out later. I'm too excited. Over my bones, and I can't fucking concentrate on words right now. Muscles then draws another strike to weld. Energy tears through me, and instead of flaring my palms, I concentrate on the intent of the fingers just like Felix taught me, drawing them downward with the strike, directing it to the target as though I am a composer, and the lightning is my orchestra. It strikes true with the wyvern and rider falling in separate, lifeless descents. A handful of other wyverns fall from the sky with death at their wielders, but there's no time for relief and joy at the accomplishments of the countless more. And they're here. My mother squad launches to attack the first wave that intrudes upon their assigned sector. Amser rips the throat from one wyvern before I lose sight of my mother and Mira as a horde pass through their sector into the next. Focus on your sector, Taryn orders, and I rip my gaze in the area and I last seen my family. Second by second, each of the squad around us launches below to defend their sectors, and when the first menacing gray snout crosses our line, the end of Basgiath's structures in the beginning of the mountain, I brace. Taryn rears back and hurtles forward, beating his wings as he runs for the edge of the ridgeline, then flying out. I yank my goggles over my eyes as the first sting of wind, then quickly shove them back when the rain makes the glasses impossible to see through. That one's ours, Tarn tells me, flying directly to the fastest of the horde into our airspace. Quinn and Imogen bank left, heading towards the other targets, and I see the rest of the squad in my peripherals. I keep my focus on the wyvern Taryn has claimed as we fly toward a head-on collision. I grasp the conduit with one hand and lift my other as the space between us narrows to heartbeats. There's no need to reach for power. It's already there. And both racing through my veins and charging the sky overhead. Energy sizzles at the end of my fingertips. And just as I am to weld, the riderless wyvern drops his jaw and breathes out a stream of green fire. That's a new one. We're used to blue fire. My heart lurches into my throat as flames barrel toward us and Tarn rolls left, narrowly missing the blaze. I throw my weight right, keeping level as we pass the wyvern, keeping my focus on the creature, then strike, drawing lightning from the cloud above. It hits the wyvern just above the tail. I didn't calculate my strike closely enough to account for speed, but the charge is more than enough to drop it. Below, Tarn growls, plunging into a dive. I blink furiously into the wind, noting 3 wyvern trying to get through at lower altitude. I can't strike here. I chance hitting someone above if I draw from the sky. They're too far to pull me from myself, and if I miss from the ground up, hold on. I throw both hands on the pommel, and Joe do just that, spotting the rider on the center of the wyvern as we drop hundreds of feet per second, the power of a constant buzzing in my ears. Tarn strikes from above, flying directly into the wyvern and to the left, and the impact whips my body forward as he sinks his teeth into the neck of the beast, dragging it down under as we continue to fall. The wyvern screeches, "Ah!" And I reach for one of my metal alloyed hilted blades. Pivot! Pivot! In my seat to watch turns back and squinting into the rain as two massive shapes give chase. They're coming. A sickening crack sounds beneath us, and Terran releases the wyvern, its neck broken as it falls the last 100 feet to the terrain below, somewhere behind the administration building. Banking right, Terran begins to climb with heartbeats of the wings, but there's no way we have the high ground in time. They're less than 50 feet away, and the angle of the remaining two wyvern descent. We have seconds left before Terran becomes a chew toy. Num, num, num. I check beneath us, we're clear, then grasp onto the conduit and take a steady breath and calm the racing beat of my heart and avoid a wild rush of adrenaline in my veins. Control. I need complete control. There's only time for one strike. I release the power, whoosh, drawing it upward with my blade, and lightning strikes into the sky. Crash! Hitting the closest wyvern in the chest. Yes, I shout as a creature tumbles from the sky. But my joy is short-lived as its counterpart, complete with dark welder, surges forward, opening his jaw to reveal rotten teeth and the green glow in its throat. Terran! The warning has barely passed my lips when a band of shadow winds around the wyvern's throat and jerks it backward like a rabid dog at the end of a leash. Its teeth missing the tips of Terran's wings, a mere feat as we continue to fly upward. Sigel has claimed that one. We'll have to find our own, he tells me, climbing faster than ever into the driving rain. I use the precious seconds to scan our surroundings. Every sector is overwhelmed, including ours included. Only flashes of color appear before the swarm of gray as we soar toward the conflict above us, but the majority of the wyverns still hover in the distance. Held back at the edge of the thunderstorm, they only sent the first wave, Terran explains, probably to probe for weaknesses. Falling toward us, Artrum and it's Riddick's dragons. Atrum. We'll go Atrum, god dang it. His claws are ranked in the belly of the wyvern. Get him, boy! And I catch a glimpse of Riddick as they spiral past, Imogen in her orange dagger-tailed gland and on their heels. Riddick, I shout at Terran. Focus on your mission or the plan falls apart. Trust the others to do theirs. He flies straight through the mayhem of gray, bursting through the airspace above before it levels out. He's right. We have a job to do, but trusting my friends do their part feels a lot like ignoring them too. Rain soaks my scalp and runs off my leathers as I survey the battlefield beneath us, forcing my breath in through my nose and out through my mouth to lower my heart rate. This isn't the melee of Resin. This is a coordinated defense, and I need to focus so I can do my part. Fergie is locked in close combat with a green fire. A blast of blue fire erupts from its mouth. Make that blue fire, wyvern. And my heart clenches when Riri narrowly misses the fire stream by leaping from Fergie's back to Cruz. Oh, let's go, Riri! Woo! Quinn grabs a hold of her forearm as the green scorpion tail stabs hard with her tail. Whoosh! I rip my gaze away, then realize they have it under control. There's nothing I can do. But Sawyer is outmatched 50 feet below as I can't pronounce her name. Siglis goes head to head with 3 wyvern, one of whom bears a rider. I grab the conduit, my flood of body, and another wave of power. I lift my hand. Don't miss, Terran warns. I focus the wyvern farthest from Siglis just in case, then wield, drawing the power to my target with full focus and intentions. Energy rips through me. The lightning strikes from the cloud above, white hot and fatal to the wyvern below. The riders look up and lock with me in the heartbeat before the pair dives, falling out of the battle. My stomach sours. There's only one reason to go to the ground: to feed. On it, he assures me. And when Atrim and Glain arrive to help Soy and Siegless, I turn my attention to the other sectors. 3, Terran notes using his hands to clock, like we've discussed. And I look right, where Wyverns overrun a squad in third wing. Oh no, third wing, fuck! The body of a dragon lies beneath them on the mountainside. I look away before I take note of who they've lost. I focus on tomorrow's death roll. I'll be on it. Hold steady as you can. I throw open the floodgates of his power and banking right flying toward the sector, but not into it. And I weld, heat prickling my skin as I take down one wyvern. Then I aim again for another, and another, and again, another one, and again, and I weld and target precise strikes from the sector around us, hitting 2/3 of my targets, but never striking a dragon. Oh shit, she learning to aim. She got, OJT on aiming, it's working, I love it. Which I count as the ultimate win. Rain sizzling as it hits my skin, but I don't dare remove my flight jacket when my daggers are strapped to it. So I put the heat, the pain into my mental box and slam the lid shut, focusing my mind to ignoring the agonizing burn and weld again. 12! I face forward and find the target missing twice before I hit it. There are no Vinny left in our sector, but my hands tremble and the conduit as Terran locates another wyvern, another threat. I pull the lightning from the sky so quick that I no longer feel like I direct the storm. I am the storm! You tired Terran warns. Fuck. Exhaustion. People are dying. A quick glance over the sunrise-lit battlefield reveals more and more spots of color among the gray carcasses littering on the ground. But I only stop quickly enough to note my squad is still fighting, handing each wyvern that cross in our sector with teamwork and efficiency. 9 Terran rumbles, but doesn't argue with me as he rolls left, keeping us above the battlefield. As I weld for the next squad, taking only targets I'm certain of hitting without endangering our own riders. Beneath me, shadows streak to the other sectors, and Zayden does the same. Gods, the heat is going to cook me alive. Even the wind and rain aren't enough to cool the inferno growing inside my chest. I slip the conduit bracelet from my wrist and wedge it between my thighs long enough to strip my flight jacket off and slide it under the straps of my saddle, leaving me 6 daggers short. That's not a good idea. That's gonna come fuck us up later. God bless America. All right, sorry. But they're an easy reach, so you say, and the other 2 are only ones that matter any. A 12, Terran shouts, and I whip my head towards the plains to see another wave of wyverns soaring over my mother sector, dangerously close to the clouds, but not in them, leaving me unable to strike given who's under them. My heart stutters as they pass my mother without stopping, then barrel through the next without engaging. Flying on top of the battle has given me the needed vantage point to weld, but also makes us an undeniable target. There are it's called silhouetting like a motherfucker, all right? They're coming for us. I shove my hand through the strap of my bracelet so I don't lose the conduit. We should lead them away. We will follow the plan. Terran dives. My weight lifts against the straps of the saddle as we plunge towards my squad. The second squad dragon turns their heads towards the oncoming threat. All of us rising and falling into formation. Prepare! There are 3 Vinny on this assassination mission. The blue tunics, standing out in the stark contrast to the gray, bleary-eyed wyvern they ride. We've got 10 seconds, maybe. 1, Riddick waves his hand in my right, holding a dagger that's been snapped in 2. Shit, if only the remaining blade is broken. I blink. Wait, did I mess up a page? Hang on, man. The blue 93. No, 94. Okay, making sure. 1, Riddick waves his hand to my right, holding a dagger that's been snapped in 2. Shit, if it's the only remaining blade is broken. I blink when the pieces disappear. He wasn't waving at me. 2, snapping my head to the left. I find the pieces already in Rihanna's hands as Fergie drives where Sigla hovers beneath. Oh, they're doing a whole pew-pew thingy. Cool. 3, Fergie flies alongside Silas and Rihanna, tosses the pieces. 4, to Sawyer's credit, he catches them. 5, Sigel raises to take Fergie's place. I lock eyes with Zayden, only long enough to see that he is unharmed Blood both drips from Sigale's mouth and runs in the rain-driven rivulets down the side of Zayden's face. But I instinctively know it's not his and focus on the imminent threat. 6. Breathe. I have to breathe through the firestorm in my chest or I'll burn out. It's not that I don't recognize the sign, the trembling, the heat, the fatigue. It's just they don't matter. Everyone I love is on that field. 7, they're almost on us, and I look down at the ward chamber where Mara stands with her blue club tail I don't recognize in a vague shape. I hope it's Adarna when a flash of sunlight reflects the dagger on Sawyer's hand and it disappears again. Fergie, already on the move. 8, DJ is frustrated by the unflyable conditions. Tarn relays as Fergie rises alongside Atram. 9, tell them they're more efficient guarding the courtyard and incoming wounded than struggling with the waterlogged wings. I note they'd actually be a liability up here right now, not an asset. The dagger changes hand and Riddick once again armed. I grin at how seamlessly we work as a team, then face the oncoming tidal wave. 10, you're beginning to think, Tarn starts. Like Brennan, I suggest as the Wyvern enter our airspace. Like Tarn, Sigale answers, surging toward the enemy, her neck outstretched as a shadow streak from under her, grasping a Wyvern at the jugular and dragging it with Sigale, dropping her away from the formation. Tarn lunges forward, another, throwing me back in the saddle as he takes the Wyvern head on. I jolt forward on impact, blood spraying as Tarn's jaw locks on the throat of a Wyvern. The screech rattles my brain as its claws grapple between them, forcing us to a vertical position it's nearly impossible to maintain. Even Tarn's wings beating this hard. A flash of blue is all the warning I need to palm an alloy-hilted dagger and drop the conduit against my forearm to reach my buckle, preparing to release it. I've seen this play out. I know this role, and this time I'm not coming away with a stab wound. Can you level out? My Holt jolts as the Dark Welder jumps from the Wyvern's neck to Tarn's, ignoring the menacing war that vibrates Tarn's scales as he holds the Wyvern in a death grip. Stay in your shuttle, he demands, and rolls horizontal. The Vinny grabs a horn and holds on, his eerie red-rimmed eyes never leaving mine. During the maneuver, or the second after we fall into the rapid descent, the Wyvern's rate pulling downward, no spiderweb veins. He's just as AMC, and I can't handle him. You're the one he wants, the Dark Welder announces, shoving his wet, stingy blonde hair out in his eyes and striding down Tarn's neck. As I yank at the belt with my left hand and the buckle doesn't give, he looks so young, but so did Jack. Marlowe. Tarn releases the Wyvern, his shoulders bunching to push up the dying creature, but it snaps at his neck, and Tarn retaliates with a stronger bite, bleeding the life out of it as we fall and fall and fall. 'Cause they're free! The free falling! Sorry, it's a habit. I'm sorry. Your sage, I wrench on the leather, but the belt is stuck, and so am I. Fuck. I flip the dagger to its tip, catching the water-slick blade between my thumb and forefinger. The flick of my wrist, firing the dagger toward him when he reaches the spikes between Tarn's shoulder. He catches the blade, and pure panic floods my bloodstream as I pull my spear. You'll meet them all soon enough, he promises, raising my own blade as he marches towards me. A green blur comes at us from the right, and we both look as Riri jumps from Fergie to Tarn. Riri, don't die on me now! Landing in front of my saddle in a crouch. Superhero pose. What is happening, Riri? No! Okay, quick drink and we're getting into this. We're not waiting. We're not talking. I'm sorry. Babe, I hate to do this to you. Could I please get a top off? I need some more iced tea. Oh, thank you for the finger hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you, everybody. Woo! All right, we got to keep going. Woo! She gonna come out here and give me, I know she will, because she love me. All right. The easiest way to defeat a dragon is to kill the rider. And though the creature will most likely survive the blow, it will be stunned long enough to be felled. Chapter 3, The Tactical Guide to Defeating Dragons by Colonel Elijah Jobin. Thank you for the lightning bolts. Snapple is life. Iced tea is life. Excuse me. Here we go. No, 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 this is too familiar. Losing Lamb was, I can't lose Riri too. Don't make me lose both. I swear to the surge forward as a wyvern screams and our rate descends so fast that the blood appears to fall upward. Thank you, my love. I yank my belt again and the leather is swollen with rain, wedged tight, and I watch my heart launching into my throat as she engages the Dark Welder in a series of moves that would have had me on the mat. He knocks her blade loose with a backhand to her wrist, and it flies from her hand as he kicks her. She skids along back towards Tarn. Thank you. Tearing along the rain-slick scales, and I reach for her, wrapping my left arm around her waist to steady her, pressing my dagger into the palm of my right hand. She looks over the shoulder and nods at me, gaining her feet. When he's almost on us, I force myself to look away as their blades clash and mountains rise, altering me to how low our altitude is as I unstrap the crossbow at my thigh, then quickly open the quiver strapped at my left and slip an arrow into the flight groove. At this range, the wind and rain shouldn't matter. I need you to roll this fucker off in 3. I start. I shout. Loud as I take aim. 2. She glances back, then throws her body flat between Taryn's shoulders, and I reach forward, grasping her ankles and pulling the lever without hesitation. 1. The arrow hits true, striking the veni in the sternum as Taryn banks hard right. The Dark Welder falls, and the sound of an explosion comes from behind us as I grip Riri's ankle, ignoring the screaming protest of my shoulder as the wrap flights to keep the joint in place. Riri holds fast as Taryn spikes and levels to horizontal quickly, pumping his wings to climb as she works backward towards me, then turns, wrapping her arms around me in a tight hug. I hold on to her, clutching the crossbow. Breathe deeply as Fergie mirrors Tarn's wing beats just beneath us, keeping pace. She's all right. They're both all right. Yeah, for how long? This isn't wrestling, and I just didn't lose my best friend yet. You reckless, irresponsible, I yell. You're welcome, she shouts, rain streaming down the face when she pulls away a hand back at my blade. Fix your saddle. I retrieve the dagger from the ground. She stands and gives me a flash and a smile before jumping from Taryn's shoulder. I track her fall, breathing a sigh of relief when she lands effortlessly on Fergie. My saddle is stuck. I tell Tarn as we climb back into the battle. Good, maybe you'll stay in it. Sunlight glints off Quinn. What is that? Labrius as she winged the double-sided battle axe from Curse back to the shoulder joint of the wyvern, trying its best to sink its teeth into Glane. Milgren is 10 minutes out, but only 2 of his aides could keep up. And the general consensus is most of the Dark Welders are holding back for the second wave. Taryn passes Kurth, and I look up in a sea of gray and barely suppress the urge to vomit. There have to be at least 6 riderless wyvern up there. How long can we keep this up? Pivoting in my saddle. Pivot! I note Zayden beneath us on Segale, dragging wyvern by the throat into the side of the mountain, one by one at a speed as they dive towards them. Segale's outnumbered. If she wants help, she'll ask for it. The pain-filled roars, the caliphony above, and the chest tightens. Adarna, I reach out, my gaze sweeping the blurred mountainside as we fly upward. I'm quite annoyingly safe and hidden, she responds. Atrum, Taryn bellows, and my stomach sinks. Riddick? Taryn sweeps right, avoiding the plummeting body of the wyvern. But there's another above us with the teeth locked on Atrum's hindquarters, and 3 more closing in for the kill. Sawyer and Sige fly the opposite side of our sector, tracking the intercept at the same time. But everyone else is beneath us. I sheave my dagger at my hip, then load the crossbow and strap my thigh as we surge upward. Taryn roars, shakes the entire body as we approach, and I hold on to the pommel, bracing. for a jarring collision, but he flies past Sawyer and Siglish, reach from the fray, then swings his massive tail into a trio of approaching wyvern. I pivot as much as the saddle will let me into a crunching sound of bone shattering. Oh, wyvern falls from the fight, half its head bashed in. 1 down, 3 to go. Welcome back, P! Taryn pulls the steepest turn I've ever experienced on his back, and my vision dims at the edge as he brings us nearly vertical before tipping his wings left and falling into a dive. I blink furiously into the wind and rain as we fly for Atrum and Riddick's aid. Riddick is doing all he can on Atrum's back to dislodge the wyvern, stabbing his sword into the snout. But the damned thing won't let go. Siglish gets there first, slashing at the wyvern with his sword tail, whoosh, cutting into a foreleg, but it doesn't let go. He pivots to close his jaw over its neck, but unlike Taryn, it isn't strong enough to snap the neck with a bite. Losing precious seconds, leaving him exposed to the remaining pair of wyverns. We're not going to make it in time. The pair changes course, veering from Atron at the last second and aiming for Siglish. We're almost there, but everything happens so fucking fast that it's as if the rest of the world slows down. In one heartbeat, the closest wyvern opens his jaw, and in the second, it blasts green fire across Siglish, and Sawyer dives backward out of the seat, narrowly avoiding being burned to death. Thank fucking Jesus! And rolling down in Siglish's spine with a smoking boot. Sawyer, you better not die. You got a freaking Jesse to take care of, damn it! In the third, it compiles the assault, snapping his Siglet, exposes his side. Sawyer kicks at the gaping jaw and saves his dragon from a bite. But in the next, he takes it himself. His leg disappears between the wyvern's massive teeth. Sawyer, no! Sawyer, Riddick yells, Sawyer screams and rips into my soul, and I nearly echoes when the wyvern's jaw locks with an audible. As Taryn slow sees the sun directly overhead, only a dozen feet above Atrum, and the remaining wyvern ducks under the flight. Taryn's weight shifts, and I know he's chosen an angle of attack and is about to dive, but in this position, there's only time to save Sawyer or Siglet, but not both. Sawyer bellows in pain, and the wyvern half drags him off Siglish, retching away in the ugly gray head before snapping again. My stomach twists and my breath threatens to seize. Fuck, there's nothing left below Sawyer's knees. No, we can recover. We can recover. We've seen it. It's okay. He's losing blood and grip. Get a tourniquet on him. No, I'm going to stand by and watch no, I'm not going to stand by and watch another one of my friends die. I refuse, but grasping the dagger in my left hand and the crossbow in my right, I slice through the leather strap of my belt as Tarn dips his right wing, giving me the perfect angle for 1 single second. Forgive me. Don't you dare kill the other one quickly for both of our sakes. I'm already moving, sheathing my dagger and lunging from the saddle, gaining 1, 2, 3 running steps before leaping. Damn you, woman. I'm sorry this is not in the book, but what are you doing? Adarna, Zayden, my sister, Brennan, they all flash through my mind as my arms swing through the fall. Wind, only air. But it's my mother's face I see in the mind when I land on Atrum's back. The sole of my boots finding purchase at the edge of the spine scales. Silver one. What's that rough? How's that for a running landing? Holy shit, I made it. Riddick must think the same because he stares at me in pure shock. For a good second before he yanks his sword free from the wyvern's nose, then moves as it plunges it again as I start running toward him. I can't get the fucking thing off him. My heart pounds as hard as my feet as Taryn completes the dive from my right, a patch of black filling my peripheral vision, ignoring the self-preservation, the instincts that tells me this is a bad idea. I reach to Riddick and shove the crossbow into his hands, fire at once on Siglish, and get back in your seat. Once you're what? Don't pause to answer the question. 2, busy running to the nose of the goddamn wyvern that's currently having part of its throat ripped out by Siglus. I run up the slope between the shrieking wyvern's eyes and sink its teeth deeper into Edstrom. No! And then in the flat of his head between its horn as Siglus' jaws tear away. I'm going to throttle you myself once, Tarn growls, and I hear the distant sound of bone crunching in the distance. I get you on the ground. I nearly roll my ankle on a spike halfway down the wyvern's gyrating neck and catch myself as Siglus swings his head back to the wyvern, attacking his rider. But Sawyer's grip along the spine scales is too tenuous for Siglus to maneuver quickly. The dragon cannot defend his rider without losing him. He loses a skull-shaking roar as the wyvern takes another snap, and Sawyer, swinging his tail with no effort. Hurry, V. Riddick yells. Siglus, the sound I shout, breaking the cardinal rule of all riders. Let me help him. The red swivels its head toward me, pinning me with furious golden eyes, and I nod, praying to Dune he understands that he holds still. And then I leap from the wyvern's neck, my feet kicking the distance. I land just above Siglus' eyes and wrap my left arm around his horns, using it to stop both my momentum and hold my balance as his head swings towards the wyvern attacking Sawyer. Snapping at the wyvern and coming up short. Now, Riddick, using Siglus' horn for leverage, I hurtle down his neck as an explosion sounds behind me. Heat flaring along my back, Sawyer's scoots himself across Siglus' spine. I run faster, passing the seat. If he falls to the side, there's nothing Terran can do. We're too close to the ridgeline below. Where are you? I ask Terran as Sawyer's eyes meet mine in a double take. I ignore the snap and snarls above me and keep moving. Where am I supposed to be, unlike you? Oh, damn, you ain't supposed to be in your saddle. Excuse me. Excuse me. He bites out just as his gargantuan frame turns the sky ahead of me, dropping the lifeless body of the forest wyvern from his jaw. Good. Now do me a favor. I charge past Siglus' wings and alongside the enormous gashing teeth of the wyvern posed to devour Sawyer, which would be Terran ass already flying toward us. Violet, Sawyer's eyes widen in shock as blood pumps out of his leg in shocking rhythmic spurts. He needs a healer now. I hit my knee, sliding the last few feet and slamming into Sawyer, knocking him further down, Siglus' spine towards the dragon's hindquarters. Wrapping my arms around Sawyer, I clamps my hand on his back. Hold on, I shout as we slide the countless red scales, seconds away from the edge. Siglus banks away from the ridgeline, giving us a few hundred much needed feet of altitude in the inevitable fall, and tips us over. Silver One! Sawyer's arms close around me as we tumble off Siglus' back and fall into the open air. Catch me! The wind tears in my hair, my face, my leathers, but I hold on to Sawyer as we drop into a total free fall. I can save him. He doesn't have to die today. He won't. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count my heartbeats as we clear the ridgeline. What are you doing? Zayden roars. There's a faint familiar brush of velvet at the base of my neck, as if Zayden's power has been extended to its limits. Our fall slows, but not much, as the dark wings block out the sky. What the hell does it look like? The breath is knocked out of my lungs as an iron vice closes around us, halting our fall in a whipping charge of momentum. Tarn, what part of stay in your saddle did you not understand? Tarn bellows, holding us in the precautious grip of his claw and banking left towards Bazgaev. You couldn't be in two places at once, I argue, fighting to draw breath as Sawyer goes limp above me, his chin falling against my shoulder. You had to kill the fourth wyvern, and Siglus wouldn't defend himself if it meant losing Sawyer, so I took Sawyer. And you just hoped I'd catch you? He flares his wings, slowing our speed to a glide, as if you wouldn't. Air flows into my lungs into a trickle and then a steam. He scuffs, then changes the subject. Your brother has mended the stone into one piece, but does not feel hopeful. Okay. My heart rises just to fall. Well, that's great. Why? Can it not be imbued? Marba is not keen on details. Tarn lands on 3 claws in the small field between the back of the school and the cliff, gently opening the one that holds us. What the fuck does that mean? The ice slush greets me as the rain continues to fall, and I push Sawyer to his back and roll my knees, putting my fingers in the pulse of the faint, fickled neck. Somebody help us, I scream, my voice echoing off the stone walls of the administration building. The sluggish beat of the pulse jolts my own. He's losing too much blood too quickly. There's no help in sight. It's obvious we're not the first wounded to have landed here. I will call for aid, Turn replaces. You can't have him, I tell Micah, shifting to a kneel in a scarlet snow. You took Lim. You may not have Sawyer. Sawyer, I retch a buckle on my belt and sheathe it around my left thigh. It mercifully gives, knives and all. I wrap it over the wrecked leather beneath. Sawyer's knee, 3 inches above the raggedy torn flesh. There you go. Okay, it's proper place. Threaded the leather through the buckle, and I push hard as I can, crying as pain stings through my left shoulder. You have to wake up. Open your eyes. The bitter taste of fear floods my mouth as I force the metal prong through the soothing section of the letter by sheer will. Please, I beg him, my voice breaking. My fingers search the pulse at his wrist, then his neck, leaving crimson fingerprints on his bloodless skin. Please, Sawyer, please. We said we'd all live until graduation, remember? Aid comes, Taryn announces. I remember, Sawyer, fucking Christ. I remember, Sawyer whispers, his eyes flooding open. Oh, thank God. I smile down at him, my lower lip trembling uncontrollably. Hold on. Violet, Maren calls across the field. I look up to see her on DJ's back, the Griffin sprinting forward through the rain, covering the distance quickly, and Kat and Bregan on foot behind. A bit behind, Taryn's head snaps upwards towards the battlefield. Sigale, go. If she's in danger, so is Zayden. And given the giant tendrils of shadow emulating from within the wall of gray at the edge of our sector, Taryn crouches and springs upward, launching with heavy beats of his wings against the morning sky as DJ reaches us, dragging a litter behind her. What happened? Mira slides as DJ's back, the tan leather streaked with blood. Wyvern took his leg. I glance between them as Braga and Kat arrive. Are you all right? It's not ours, Braga says, crouching on the other side of Sawyer. You're going to be all right, she assures him. Just needed to get you to the healers. He slides his arm under Sawyer's, then lifts him and carries him to DJ. The healers, because mending isn't an option, not without his leg. We've been ferrying the wounded, Mira says over the shoulder, rushing to DJ as Kat helps bring a lower Sawyer to the litter. Thank you. I sit back on my heels and look to the sky, letting the strength of my bond with Zayden assure me that he's well, instead of possibly distracting himself by asking. Don't thank us, Mira says, mounting quickly and settling between us DJ's shoulders before taking off the healer's quarter. Bregan follows after her. You look like shit, Kat crouches in front of me. Her braid is sodden as mine as she looks over me. I heard what you did up there. Well, Kara saw, and she told me that took guts. You would have done the same. Exhaustion sweeps in, my shoulders drooping as the adrenaline fades. I would have run faster. Okay, I'm okay with Kat at this current moment. At this current moment, she's okay. She's okay right here, okay? I'm just saying. All right, this one slips her alloy hood to dagger free from her hand. It looks like you're missing one. I have another. Thank you. I take this as a peace offering. I take it like the peace offering it is. Excuse me. I look after Sawyer as she promises as she stands. And don't you dare thank me for that. She calls back over her shoulder, walking towards the southwest tower over another word. The conduit falls along my forearm as I wipe the rain from my eyes. I completely forgotten the damn thing was even there. Glancing left, then right. I noted the scattered wyvern bodies and one green club tail that makes my heart stumble. Tyne is alive? Taryn promises already flying back to me. They're holding the last wave back, and your mother, behind you. I stumble to my feet and whip around to the face of the cliff. And the Venny who stands, oh, son of a bitch tits, and the Venny who stands about 20 feet away watching me with a curious look of the heart-shaped face that at some point, undeniably beautiful. Mom's of no. Hang on, my stomach twists and the grips tighten around the dagger Kat left me. Kat, I don't want to draw attention to the retreating flyer that the Vinny doesn't already see her. There's no point in running, the Dark Wielder says, walking forward slowly as if I am no more than a threat than a butterfly. We both know I'll drain the very ground underneath you. And then this will all have been for nothing. She throws her arms out, gesturing to the mayhem around us. Sorengale, Cat yells, and I hear the sloshing sound of her running towards me. God damn it, Cat. Run, Cat, I shout, glancing at Terrence, spotting him mid-dive about a minute out. But the footsteps don't slow. The dark Wilder's eyes flares as she spots Cat, and she drops to a knee, splaying her hand out over the icy ground. Stop, I yell, my heart lurching into my throat and lodging there. This is so much worse than my nightmare. Even if I could run, there's no telling what she'd do to Cat. Flicking my wrist, I grasp the conduit in my left hand and lift the... I grasp the conduit in my left hand and lift my right, dagger and all, throwing open the doors to Terran's powers like I've never fully closed them. Power I'd never fully closed. Slush melts at my feet and streams lifts from the sky as Cat reaches my sides. You have to get out of here. Shut up. She pulls a dagger from her sheath. Oh, you are a powerful one, aren't you? The dark welder cocks her head to the side. A slow, insidious smile curves her mouth as she raises, studying me. The lightning welder thunder booms in the clouds above us as the energy gathers in my veins, hot and crackling. I don't have to run. I can weld. Her. I don't care about her. She glances at Cat, but you. I am under orders not to kill, so let's not make this difficult. Me? What the hell? She takes a step forward, and I release a strike, hitting the ground right in front of her, stopping her in her tracks. You'll be so much fun for him to weld. What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? The nightmare comes back in full force, the sage's words tumbling over me just enough to make my hand tremble. A wild look comes over her narrow-set eyes, and I will be his favorite for delivering you. I will be more than just an AMC soon. Her words flow faster and faster. I will be given the veil when this is over. Delivering me? You can kill her any time now, Cat reminds me, her gaze locked on the dark welder. I want to know what the hell she means about delivering me, I murmur under my breath. You will turn from something much more dangerous. Wasn't that what he said in the nightmare? It will be me. Me, the Vinny shoves her shaking hand into her scraggly red hair. Cat doing this, heightening the woman's greed, spinning her out of her emotions. Have to admit, it's pretty badass ability when she's not using it on me. Enough when a dark welder in leathers the same color as the pulsing veins beside his eyes appear to the left, walking around the body of the fallen green and throwing out his hands. Cat flies backwards with the shout, slamming into the ground behind me. Shit! No more time for curiosity. I weld, heat erupting from every inch of my skin as I draw the strike from the cloud above. Hitting Wynn instantly, she falls where she stood, her eyes open and vague, smoke rising from her corpse. Fascinating. The new one strides for me, closing his fist. The conduit flares with intolerable heat. I drop it, watching in horror as it disintegrates, leaving nothing at the end of the bracelet. He flips his hand palm upward, and I'm lifted off my feet, suspended in midair, completely immobilized, just like in the dream. But this isn't the sage. My throat closes. I can't lift my hand to weld, or even yell at Cat to run while she can. This isn't the dream. There's no waking up from this. Stay calm, Terran orders. Nearly on us, but not close enough. I am on my way, Zayden shouts as the Vinny steps over his body on the counterpart like she featured of the landscape and continues towards me. They won't make it in time. I won't either, which means I've killed us all. But Adarna can live. She just has to hold on. She has to choose to survive. He's almost here. So let's move this along, shall we? The dark welder says, less than a dozen feet away now. The horde tires and hovering, waiting for permission to attack. A shape moves in the cliff behind the dark welder. Not a shape, part of the cliff itself. A giant boulder. A boulder with slivers of golden eyes. It springs forward from the cliff like a projectile, expanding, changing colors, sprouting wings and claws and black scales. We're going on! I'm alone, thinking the knowledge of wards protects. For the protection it provides not only solely benefit Navari, and it has cost me everything. Chapter 63. Oh, wait, y'all want me to stop? Keep going? Keep going? Do I keep going or stop? You want me to stop? We've been at it for an hour and a half. Gotta stop? No, keep going. Keep going! No, don't stop. Okay. I'm sorry, Lord. I was just playing. We got a lie. We got a whole hour. Chapter 63. The Dark Welder turns. He isn't fast enough. Adana lands directly in front of him, then opens her mouth and breathes fire! Down upon him, roasting the Dark Welder before she snaps her jaw and rips the head straight off his body. I fall into the melting slush at the same time his corpse does, and she spits out the decapitated, smoking head, then huffs a hot breath of sulfur-laced steam. What the actual fuck? I scramble to my feet and stumble toward her. I breathe fire, she preens, flaring her wings. Did you just eat him? Cat stands, but keeps her distance. You do not speak to dragons, you do not ride, human. Adorna snaps her teeth in Cat's directions. You look like part of the cliff. I stare at Adorna like I've never seen her before. Maybe I never have. I told you I could hide. Bitch, I got good fucking contouring skills. She's a teenager. She can contour. Hello? Duh. Should have known. She can contour. I open my mouth and shut it, searching for the words where there are none. That wasn't hiding. Her scales are as black as Tarn's now. Maybe I'm seeing things. Tarn lands to the right, sending slush flying, then looks over our small battlefield with quick appraisal. You made quick work of it. She did. I point to Adarna as Sigale and Siglish land behind Tarn. You breathe fire, Tarn acknowledges, a noted pride in his voice. I breathe fire. Adarna extends her neck to the fullest. Milgren orders us to the Vale. Tarn's eyes narrow. His head swivels to Sigale. They're pulling the whole squad to the Vale. I glance upward, noting there are only 2 wyverns left in our sector. The horde tires of hovering, waiting for permission to attack. That's what the Dark Welder said. The final wave hasn't struck yet. Not the whole squad, just us, Zayden clarified, walking around Tarn. Tiny tendrils of steam raise where the rain meets the exposed skin of his arms. Y'all just take that look in for a second. I want everybody to see Zayden in the rain. Muscles are flexing. See the steam, the tattoos. We got it? Feral! All right, that one was for you, my voices. That was for all my voices, okay? I needed y'all to just picture that. Because if I was filming the camera, you see what I'm saying? You got to focus in on that one for a second. You see what I'm saying? I'm with you, ladies. We see what I'm saying? I got you, girls. I got you, ladies. I got you. All right. Bum-ba-da-dum-bum-bum. They haven't sent their last wave yet, and Sawyer and Atrim have already wounded. Moving the 2 of us leave the squad, and Brennan and the ward zone 2 exposed. I shake my head. We can't let that happen. Brennan's our best chance at surviving this. Exactly, Zayden says as he reaches my side. You're all right. His arm winds around my shoulders as he presses a hard kiss to my temple. They're holding their own up there while this wave recedes. We need to go argue our point quickly. I'm all right. I promise. Let's go. They're out front. We'll meet you there, Tarn says. Excuse me. Go to Marb and tell Adarna, pushing my left shoulder and rotating the joint to try to ease the sharp, pulsing, deep pain within the joint. I will be there when you need me, she huffs. Fine, as long as that's with Marba. I lift my eyebrows at the dragon. She flicks her tail twice and walks. Oh my God, the sass is fucking real. I love it though, but God bless a man. but at least she's headed in the direction of the wardstone chamber safely below. The halls of Bad Skies teem with the chaos as we pass the line of griffins and enter the guard side door beneath the bell tower. My stomach drops. Wounded infantry and riders sit against the wall that is near the level of the entrance to the infirmary, in various states of injuries, but mostly burns, their cries of pains filling the stone corridor as second and third year healers race from patient to patient. They ran out of beds 20 minutes ago, Kat tells us quietly. Infantry is the heaviest hit so far. They usually are, Zayden notes, keeping his gaze focused across the hall on the door that leads to the courtyard. And off a dozen of the wounded do all right. We stop abruptly as the platoon of infantry races by. The insignias on their collars show them as first years. Violet, Kat grabs a hold of my elbow, and I turn towards her. Okay, Kat. All right, Kat. You have a chance to lose. Kat, you have a chance to lose the British. You can no longer be British if you do this right here, Kat. I'm just saying. If Kat is about to do some shit, she can no longer be British. Here we go. Zayden pushes the door. Wait, what the heck? Is that the right page? Okay, Violet Kat grabs a hold of my elbow, and I turn towards her, pausing as Zayden pushes open the door. Tell your mother we'll fight in the air if she can stop the rain, and if not, deploy us like the infantry. We'll have more experience fighting Vinny than almost anyone here, and Griffins are exceptionally quick on the ground. There's only sheer determination in her brown eyes, so I nod, I tell her. She drops her hand, and Zayden and I walk into the courtyard. It's pure fucking mayhem as we make our way through the lines of the squad. In dark blue, being briefed by trembling second years, as if though our ranks have been broken and they're clobbering together units with whoever has been injured. Once we reach the center, we have a clear view of the leadership meeting going on just in front of the open gate. At least they could shut the damn gate, one of the infantry cadets shouts at Zayden shouts at Zayden and me as we pass. Shutting the gate isn't going to help you, Zayden replies, pointing to the left of the dead body of the wyvern poking through the partially demolished roofline. Even if they were on foot, the 5 seconds it would take you to get through there isn't worth losing the necessary egress. I shoot the second year sympathetic look and I follow Zayden out. You could be a little nicer, softer, kinder. How the hell is that going to help him? Facts like a mofo. He's not wrong. Hey, the second year in the dark blue, says the squad on the right, her gaze flicking over my shoulder. I'm sorry, but he's right. Shutting the gate isn't going to help. I say it as gently as I can. That's not why I stopped you. She points behind me. There's a scribe chasing you down. I turn to see Jesse! Jesse! All right, Jesse. Jesse's running. Okay, what does Jesse got? I turn to see Jesse jogging toward me in the rain, her hands hidden beneath the rug. She's trying to keep the journal dry. See if you can talk to her into getting somewhere safe, Zayden suggests. In the meantime, I'll start picking a fight without you. Okay, Zayden. I'm a big badass. I'm a fucking Zayden. He walks into the 30 feet thick archway as Bad Skies gate, crossing underneath the first porticles, and continuing on, immediately gaining attention to my mother, General Milgren, and the 3 aides standing on the edge of the second porticles. The tails of their dragons swinging just past them, forming the wall of the heights of the fortress, even more so in the case of Coda. You should be. I start signing to Jessica, then drop my hands when I realize there's nowhere safe for her to be. She grasps my elbow with her free hand and pulls me into the archway under the porticles. Leaving the journals within the robes, she pulls the other hand free to sign. I think I found the difference between the two, but I think Lyra's journal is the lie. What did you find? I signed, keeping my back torn Milgren and raising my shields, blocking everyone out, even Taryn and Adarna. I think it's 7. She lifts her brow at me, but it can't be. I don't understand. I shake my head. 7 what? That's the only difference between the two journals. I thought at first maybe it meant runes, that we'd mistranslate that part. Okay, hang on. Thinking cap. Since there are 7 runes on the wardstone in Arisha, she signs, the 2 lines furrowed in her forehead. But I've checked and double-checked. Show me. She nods and pulls Lyra's journal free and flips to the middle, tapping the symbol in the middle of the page and handing it to me, freeing her hands. That symbol there, it's a 7. But Warwick said sick, remember? My heart sinks. I nod slowly. She has to be wrong. This reads, the breath of life of the 7 combined and set the stone ablaze in an iron flame. Shoulders drooping, I sign. 7 dragons is impossible. There are only 6 dens. Black, blue, green, orange, brown, and red. I hand her the journal. Then maybe it's not 7. Maybe you mistranslated. And a gold. Well, what about a gold dragon? What about the gold? I mean, gold dragon's turn, is it because they're okay? But maybe it's not 7. Maybe you missed. She shakes her head, flipping the first page of the journal, and gives it back. She taps a symbol and lifts. He recorded the story of Lyra in the first 6. She taps the 6th and turns the page to the previous spot in the middle. 7. My lips part. Shit, shit, shit. They're close, she signs. But that's a 7. Then there are 7 circles on the wardstone in Orisha. 7 runes. 7. Fucking 7. It was just like Crescent City. 7's fucking everywhere. 7, 7, 7, 7. What the fuck is with 7? 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. She repeats the last word as she could have possibly misunderstood. 7. The thoughts in my head too quickly to grab a hold of just one. The journal has to be wrong. She signs when I remain silent. I look at the book in her hand. Thank you. You should go to the infirmary. Sawyer is there. And she sets the journal in her robes and begins signing before I finish. Why is Sawyer in the infirmary? A wyvern took his leg. Think about it. I need to think about it. I know what it is. It's right there. That's what's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. Okay, wait. The only thing I can come up with is in the other one. In Orisha, it's the 6 and the 2 of +1. It's the combine. And the other one is 7. That's the only difference I'm noticing. All right. I haven't figured it out. I didn't get this one. At the other one, it was the 6 plus the 1 combined, which would have been freaking Adarna. All right. Wyvern took his legs. This one is just saying 7. I don't know. All right. I didn't see this one. She inhales swiftly. Go. If we evacuate the wounded, Mira says she'll watch over. So if we evacuate, it's the safest place for you to be. She'll get you both out. Jesse nods. Be safe. You too. She picks up her robes and sprints across the courtyard, cutting to the southernmost door. My head swims as I turn to leadership and gather at the end of the archway and begin walking. Could it mean Griffin? No. Is that what they mean when they meant by 6 and the 1? No. If the Griffin contributed to the wards, fire magic would work within the boundaries. But there aren't 7 breeds of dragons. I stumble, catch myself with the hand along the stone while my brain trips down the path that makes the only sense. Even if the path is ludicrous, but holy shit. All right, I guess we'll find out. I immediately shut the thoughts down before anyone connected to me can break through my shields and catch me thinking them. Absolutely not, Zayden snaps at Milgren, who stands between the two of his aides. I put myself in the middle of my mother and Zayden. You think cadets will be able to defend all this? Colonel Panchek gesturally wides in the air as a green clubtail. My heart seizes as Tyan takes down the last remaining wyvern in their sector. The gray carcass tumbles from the sky and lands somewhere in the northeast, behind the line of dragons. What are you doing here? My mom asks. Mom asks me as my gaze drifts upwards to the line of wyverns hovering in the distance. Until now, we've been wounded, but they're undeniably the kill shot, and the center of the line rests in the gaping hole, and if they're waiting for someone, she's never far from him, Milgren quips. Those wyvern are waiting just like the Dark Welders implied, and my stomach churns at the thought of who they're waiting for. We're not taking Taryn and Sigel to defend the Vale, Zayden announces, folding his arms over his chest. They already have first and second wings, plus every unbonded dragon. Sigel in turn land to the right near the tower that leads to Parapet, and all I can do is hope Adarna is hiding over there with them, since I don't care. Lower my shields to check. For the first time, I'm the one holding what might be the ultimate secret. Why haven't I figured this out yet? What the fuck? It's something. It's going to be right there, too. You're the only reason I can't plan effectively. Shut up, Milligren, you little cunt. It's a British word, TikTok. It's a British word. The keys are in the desk. I'm telling you, the keys are in the desk, right? The keys are in the motherfucking desk, and I can't figure it out. They're right there on the tip of my tongue. I probably said it too. All right. The reason I can't plan effectively is Zayden. You're the reason I didn't even see the battle occurring. He looks down at the hawkish nose at Zayden. But at least he's an inch shorter, huh? You're welcome for the flyer to your aid. Zayden replies, earning a sneer. The veil is the only thing that matters. Mom interrupts, shifting slightly so her shoulder is between Milgren and me. The archives are already sealed. The rest of the fortress can be rebuilt. You're going to abandon it, Zayden says softly, using the cold, menacing tone that he's used to scare the shit out of me. From the way Pancheck steps back, it hasn't lost its edge. Their silence is damning. My gaze jumps from face to face, looking for someone, anyone, to argue. They can launch that line at any moment. Milgren points to the waiting horde. We have over 60 injured pairs, be it dragon or rider that's wounded. The horde right there will take us as spread out as we are now. Then why do we not move every cadet to the Vales? Aiden challenges. Milgren narrows his beady eyes. You may lead a revolution, Rorenson, but you know nothing about winning a war. At least he called it a revolution and not a rebellion. You're using them as a distraction. Zayden drops his arms. A delay tactic. They'll die while those in the Vale have time to prepare. Prepare for what exactly? My jaw drops. You can't do that. I pivot, putting myself in front of Mom. You won't need Brennan. You won't need to. Brennan has mended the wardstone. Even Brennan can't mend Magic Cadet Sorngale. There's no give, no room to stay from the course of her eyes. No, I admit, but he doesn't have to. If the stone is mended, it could hold power so it could still raise the wards. I know how. But curious. I swear, if we have to lose fucking Adarna for this shit, sorry, my mind is thinking in the background. A curious crush streams the shadows down my shield. I don't let him in. You weren't entirely successful at Orisha, were you? She asks, lowering her voice so only I could hear. Could isn't good enough. That part is for the welder audience, and the rebuke heats my cheek. I can do it, I whisper back just as quickly, then raise my voice to be heard. If you put Zayden and me in the Vale, you leave the Warnstone unprotected, and this is the only solution to keep everyone in the field alive today. You don't know if it works after being mended, she says slowly, like there's any chance I might understand her. And even if it did, their leader has arrived, Taryn tells me. And by the way, every rider's face pivots skyward, including mine. He's not the only dragon who's noticed. There in the center of the horde now flies a wyvern slightly larger than the others, bearing a rider in royal blue. The pitch of my stomach says that he's come closer. I'd recognize him, dark, thinning hair, and the annoyed purse of his lips. Even the logic argues that I won't. That it's just a fucking dream. My heart rate soars as fear soaks in my skin, colder than the rain and the melting snow around us. As you can see, Mom says, tearing her gaze from the horde. It's too late for words now. It's not, I argue. Cadet, Mom starts. I can get them up, I promise, putting myself in the way as she tries to sidestep me. If they can hold power, then I can get the wards up. Cadet, Mom snaps, her cheeks turning ruddy. At least see if the stones can hold power before you sentence us all to death, I push. Violet, Mom shouts. Listen to me, I yell right back. For once in your life, listen to what I'm telling you. She draws her head back. I forge on. For once in my life, trust me. Have faith in me. I can get the wards up. There it is. The slight narrowing of her eyes that I say I have her attention. If we raise the wards, every wyvern on the field is dead. Every dark wielder is powerless. I swallow thinking of Jack fucking Barlow. Nearly powerless. Nearly powerless. Name one other weapon capable of managing that feat. Just go down there with me and see if it will hold power. Help me imbue it. I plead with my mother. If it won't hold power, then I'll do whatever you want. But I can do this, General. I know how. Enough of this. We're wasting time. Milgren waves me off, then walks toward Coda, his aides following after. That is typical fucking aide. Wait, my mother calls out. My heart stops. I'm sorry, General. I'm sorry, General, Milgren snaps, pausing to face just an outside of the archway. This is my school, Mom lifts her chin. I said, wait, it's my army, he barks. There is no waiting. Technically, half of it is your army, Zayden says. His gaze pinned in the wyvern horde. The other half is mine. And seeing that you had no problem having my father executed, I have no problem leaving you to die if you refuse to help her, you bitch tits. That's what I thought. Zayden sticks his head out. You want to walk with me, Violet? Something in his tone. Maybe it's resignation. Maybe my entwining his fingers and following as he walks out the archway past Milgren and towards the dragons. Where are you going? They're about to attack, Milgren starts. I'm buying her the time she needs, Zayden answers. My stomach sinks. And they won't attack. Not yet. They're still waiting. What the fuck for? Milgren snaps. Zayden's hands tightens around mine. Me. All right. Q says I need to finish tonight because she's tired. And it is late, so I guess we'll just do hang on. One. Let me see how many pages are left. 1, 2. They're sticking together. 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 pages. Should we just finish tomorrow, guys? All right. Oh, I see all the. Okay, we can stop. Okay, I can stop here. Hump day. We're gonna go. We're gonna keep going. What did that say? Hang on. Tears made pages stick together. Hold the line. I'm about to throw my shoe. Oh, hold the line. All right, are we ready? Are we ready, folks? Y'all are still here. I gotta go. Y'all are still here. Y'all are 31 this deep in? What is happening? Are we ready for 64? Bodhi says keep going. All right. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold on. Since Bodhi did that awesome, we're doing it for Bodhi. For Bodhi. Are we ready? Lamb. All right. For Lamb. To Lamb. We'll keep going. Excuse me. Chapter 64. For Lamb. You're going to love Violet. She's smart and stubborn. Reminds me of you, actually. Just have to remember when you meet her, she's not her mother. Recovered correspondence from Liam Mira to Sloan Mira. God damn it, Liam. Again, sorry. I didn't know that was coming. I'm sorry. Oh, fucking Lamb. I loved you, man. Chapter 64. What do you mean? What do you mean they're waiting for you? I asked once we're in front of Coda, facing an open battlefield littered with the corpse of wyverns and dragons alike. A pulsing ache of dread erupts in my chest. There already been so much death, and we haven't yet faced the worst of their forces. From the look of that line, they've held almost all of their dark welders back. That's one of their teachers, Zayden says, his eyes locked on the Vinny riding front and center, the one who escaped resin. He was at the cliffs too. I fight to keep my voice as calm as possible despite the palpitations in my heart. I need to get those wards up now. They're the best chance we have of getting out of here alive, but each dragon can only contribute to fire to one ward stone, which means we thought we'd be at Samara. Figured we'd do the honorable thing and answer Milgren's call. How did you know that? My brow furrows. Do us both a favor and don't ask. Tarn and Sigil prowl out past Amser, monitoring the threats both on the ground and in the sky as they head this way. Heart pounding, I glance between them and the slow lowering figure of the sage 100 yards away. He's coming to the ground. Shit, I have to be quick. Babe, I need some more padding. We got to reinforce the padding. We ready? Shit, I have to be quick. If you have to choose to correctly raise the wards here at Basgiath or ours at, I can't say it, not here. What would you choose? Zayden's brows knit as he tears his gaze from the sage to look at me. You have to choose. I only have the resources to fully raise the wards here or there. There's a blatant plea in my tone. I can never take that choice from you. He's already given so much. He flinches, then glances towards the hovering horror at the theatrically slow descent of the sage on his wyvern before bringing his eyes back to mine. Quickly, you ward wherever you are, which is here. But your home, it's softer than a whisper. You are my home. And if we all die here today, then the knowledge dies with us anyway. Ward Basgiath. You sure? My heart beats like the second hand of the clock ticking down what's left of time. I'm sure. I nod, then slip my hand from his and pivot, facing down the biggest dragon in the continent. I need to talk to you. Holy fuck. Violet turns, putting himself at my side, as Coda slowly lowers his head, tilting toward the end of the glare at me with the narrowed golden eyes, because even level, I won't come past his nostrils. You know what you're doing. If I don't, we're all dead. And I'll better be quick, because Terran is almost here. I can feel him dismantling my shields. No rider can keep their dragon out for long if they want in. Coda's nostrils flare. His lips curl above very sharp, very long, very close teeth. You know it comes out like the accusation that it is. And you didn't tell your rider because dragonkind protects dragonkind. A blast of steam hits me in the face and Zayden swears under his breath, shadows curling at his feet. Yes, I figured it out. I've already used Terran's fire on the second ward stone, so if I power the stone at Basgiath, will you come? I ask, my fingernails cutting into the palms to keep from shaking. This is the one dragon on the continent besides Sigale who doesn't fear Terran on one level or another. You don't need him as the black dragon You don't need him as the black dragon for Basgiath, Zayden argues. You have Adarna. Will you come? I hold Coda's menacing glare. We're all dead if you don't. The Empyrean will end. He huffs another breath of steam, softer this time, then dips his chin. And a curt nod, lifting his head as Terran approaches from the left and Milgren appears on the far side of Coda's foreleg. You court death? Terran asked, pushing past my shields. I needed to confirm a secret that isn't mine to share, I answer. Please don't push. Terran's talons flex into the icy slush beside me. I turn to Zayden. I don't want to leave you, and I have a million questions as to why you think they're coming for you. But if I don't, every fiber in my being rebelled at the notion of leaving him. Leaning in, he lifts his hand to the nape of my neck. You and I both know you can't raise the wards and stay to fight. When we were in Resin, I held them back while you fought. I trust you to handle yourself. Now trust me to handle myself while you get the wards up before more people die. End this. He kisses me hard and quick, then looks at me like this will be the last time he ever sees me. I love you. Gods, no. I refuse to accept the goodbye in his tone. You will stay alive, I order Zayden, then glance at the waiting horde and the figure of the sage who is nearly to the ground, taking his time as if it's all game. He's already won. And finally to Terran, stay with him. Terran growls, raising his lips over his fangs. Stay with him for me. Don't you dare let him die. Turning on my heel, I break into a run without saying goodbye to Zayden. Farewells aren't needed when I see him shortly. Oh, fuck! Because there's no chance I'm going. There's a big, oh, Jesus, there's always a chance. Okay. Rune, you're going to need to make a trip later on, buddy, just so you know. All right. Woo! All right, here we go. Because there's no chance I'm going to flare. The flyers want to fight. I say to Milgren, let them. I pretend I haven't been in the battle for the last 2 hours, haven't welded to the exhaustion. I haven't pushed my body to the breaking point and run. Cut the storm so the griffins can fly. I shouted my mother as I passed by, sprinting under the archway. Fuck her permission and her understanding. If the ward stone can hold power, I'll imbue it on my own. My arms pump and force my legs to move. I'm glad you've been doing the morning runs despite the jarring pain in my knees. I run through the courtyard, dodging infantry squads, and I run up the central steps. I run through the open door and down the hallway with pounding heart and burning lungs like I've been running in training since wrestling. I run because I couldn't save Liam. It's a lamb. I couldn't save Sully, but I can save the rest of them. I can save him. And if I give myself even a moment to linger on the possibilities of what he might be facing, I'll turn around and run straight back to Zayden. Taking the spiral steps at breakneck speed has me dizzying when I reach the bottom of the southwest tower, and I don't waste my gasp breath on the first year standing guard at the doorway as I sprint through into the tunnel. The smell like Varish and pain. Move. Move, I shout at Lynx and Baylor because I remember their names. Avalon, Sloan, Eric, and Kai, the flyer. I know all the first-year names. They dive to the opposite sides, and I force my body sideways, shuffling through the narrowest part of the tunnel. My chest tightens, and I think of Zayden. Zayden in the scent of the thunderstorms. Books. It's all I let in as I force my way through the passage. As soon as it opens up, so do I, pushing myself harder than I ever have, racing down the tunnel into the ward chamber lit by the morning sunlight. Only then do I skid to a halt and brace my hands on my knees, breathing deeply to keep from puking. Does it work? I ask, looking at the stone it's so miraculously in one piece and standing where it should be. Damn, Sorengale, I didn't think I'd ever see you run that fast. Eric lifts his brow. Here, Brennan stumbles out next from Eric, his reddish-brown waves damp with sweat, and the first year catches him, slinging his arm over his shoulder to keep my brother standing. It took everything he had to mend it. Will it hold power? I ask, forcing myself to stand with nausea. Try, Brennan suggests. If it doesn't, this was all for nothing. Every second counts as I step to the stone. It looks exactly how I did when we arrived last night, with the exception of the powerful hum of energy and flames. Looks just like ours did before we imbued it with fire. Brennan observes, right, except this stone was actually on fire when we got here, I tell him, lifting my hand to the black iron. Iron doesn't catch fire, Brennan argues. The iron flame. Tell that to the wardstone, I counter. Without a conduit, it is harder than I imagined, but I have to know. Opening the archive doors again, welcoming Terran's power, I focus trickle, just like Felix taught me, but instead of powering the conduit, I rest the tips of my fingers on the wardstone and let it flow. How long did it take for 3 to imbue the wardstone at home? Brennan asked. Weeks, I answer, my fingers tingling painfully like they just had the circulation restored after a lengthy period of numbness. She was doing the stranger. And I watch with more than a little satisfaction with energy streams past the tips. Just the tip. I pull my hand back an inch, just enough to see the white-blue strands connect my fingertips to the stone, and then I increase the power. Heat prickles my skin and I push myself to the edge to imbue, which isn't as far as I'd like it to be after hours of welding. Sweat pops my forehead and skin flushes red. We don't have weeks, Brennan says softly, and the thought of talking to him says softly, as though talking to himself. I know. Roars in the distance, and I look up through the chamber opening in the sky far above us. My throat closes at the sight of the cloud. Wait a second. The 6 and the 1. Does she have to sacrifice herself? What is happening? She's touching it right now. Is code. We don't have weeks, I know. A roar sound in the distance. I look up through the chamber opening in the sky far above us. My throat closes at the side of the glade, crashing with green, with orange. My squad is up there fighting without me. Zayden is battling at the gates. We're out of time. I cut my power and the rest of the palm on the stone. There's a tiny vibration, like a ripple of water in the pebble that has been skipped in the vast lake. We don't have enough pebbles. I can hold power, but if we don't have enough riders who can imbue down here, I'll have Marlborough put the word out, Brennan says. And we both look skyward, with a flash of red that is quickly followed by one of gray. We need every rider who can make it, but who the hell is going to stop fighting and risk the battle on a hunch? My heart careens, and it looks exactly like what my mother warned us not to let happen. A full-on melee. A dark shape moves at the top of the chamber, and I lower my shields for the first time since speaking to Jesse. Get down here, I say to Adarna, walking around the back of the stone so no one is coming to help imbue with her. I'm not fond of pits. No, there's no room for argument in my tone. I put my hand on the stone and call my power to rise while she descend, blacking out the sun momentarily on her way down. No one else can see. Power flows out of me and I steady drip, buzzing the ends of my fingertips as I feed into the stone. She lands, sticking into the stone. The morning light doesn't yet touch. Why didn't you tell me? Her golden eyes blink in darkness. Tell you what, I know. I shake my head at her. I should have known earlier. The second I saw you after Resson, I knew something was different about the sheen in the scales, but I figured I'd never been around an adolescent. So what would I know? Different? She cocks her head to the side and steps out of the darkness, her scales shifting from midnight to black to a shimmering deep purple. That's exactly how I've always felt. It's why you felt like you didn't fit in with the other adolescents, I noted, my hand shaking as I hold power steady, giving the stone what I can until the others arrive to give help. It's why you were allowed to bond. Gods, you told me yourself, but I thought you were just being an adolescent. She challenges, flares her nostrils, nodding to try to ignore the sound. God damn, we're about to lose fucking Arnie, aren't we? Nodding to try to ignore the sound of battle above as I can concentrate. Opening on saving us, even as anger barrels down the bond as Tarn and fury. I can't think about what Zayden's doing. I should have listened when you said you were in the head of your own. This is why no one could fight for your rights for benefactor last year, while the Empyrean upheld you to bond a juvenile. Say it. Don't just guess. Even a slow breath won't calm my racing heart. Your scales aren't really black. No. Even now, her scales are changing, taking the grayish hue of the stones around us. But he is, and so badly want to be just like him. Tarn. It's not hard to guess. He doesn't know. Only the elders do. She lowers her head, resting it on the ground in front of me. They revere him. He's strong, loyal, fierce. You're all those things too. I wobble under the strain of the wielding, but keep my balance. Keep the power flowing into the stone. You don't have to hide. You could have told me. If you didn't figure it out, you weren't worthy of knowing, she huffs. I waited 650 years to hatch. Waited until your 18th summer, when I heard our elders talk of a weakling daughter for their general, the girl who forecasted to become the head of the scribes. And I knew. You would have the mind of the scribe and the heart of the writer, and you would be mine. She leans into my hand. You're as unique as I am. She leans into my hand. You are as unique as I am, and we want the same things. You couldn't have known I would be a writer. And yet, here we are. 1,000 questions go through my head, none of which we have the time for. So I gave her exactly what I wanted, to be seen for who and what she is. You are not a black dragon or any of the 6 that we know of. You are the 7th breed. Yes, her eyes widen in excitement. I suck in a quick, steadying breath. I want you to tell everything. Tell me everything. But our friends are dying. So I need to ask you if you're willing to breathe fire for the stone. Sweat pops my forehead as my temperature raises, and yet I pull more and more power, my arm trembling with the effort to keep it leashed, to keep trickling inside my striking. This is why I was left behind. She cocks her head to the other side. At least from what I remember, it has been centuries. Nice to see you, Cam. Your father's been looking for you. I hear Mom's voice from the other side of this stone. I'm a bonded rider. There's nothing he can. Don't really care. It holds power. Mom, what the hell? Mom, what the hell could she be doing here? She should be on the battlefield. Fly, I order, Donna, my voice weakening. I don't trust her to see you. It holds power, Brennan replies. Adarna hesitates, then launches, flying to the top of the chamber. My fingers scrape across the stone as I slowly make my way around the side. You're pushing the limits, Taryn warns, distress tightening his tone. I have no choice. Taking a few staggered steps, I reach for Zayden lightly, not to distract, but just to feel. His shields are up, blocking me out completely. He fights. Taryn says, my vision darkening momentarily before clearing again. With the view of the battlefield, I'm seeing through his eyes just like he had Adarna's last year. The swath of gray blocks out the world for a second before the sky appears again, red flowing against the clouds in a steam, and then Taryn glances beneath him, watching the wyvern fall with a burst of satisfaction before he scans the ground, spotting Zayden near the edge of the ravine. My heart beats erratically as I watch Sage easily block each of Zayden's shadows with the blast of the blue daggers of fire, then stops completely when the dappled sunlight catches on two blades embedded in the ground behind him, staff welding Vinny. Zayden must have thrown his daggers and missed. I know he carries the third, but will he get to use it because the Sage isn't losing territory? He gained on Zayden, coming closer step by step, but backing Zayden against the edge of the ravine. Green fire streams from overhead, and Taryn jerks his attention upward towards Sigale as the three wyverns moving into attack. One blast cherry red fire. Oh gods, there are even more breeds than we know about. Terror floods the pathway, and my vision darkens again, my ears ringing as if I'd just been hit. I blink and breathe deeply, forcing air through my throat as it constricts. The chamber comes back into view, stumbling one, and then another, and then another. I drag my hand along the slowly warming stone as I turn the corner in the front of the wardstone chamber, catching sight of Mom, Brennan, and Eric in the middle of the conversation. I can't hear over the ringing in my ears. The power not only burns, but scorches my veins, my muscles, my very bones. You're burning out, Adarna warns, her voice pitching high with worry. The next breath I take singes my lungs. Silver Wand, Taryn roars. The wards have to go up. You both have to live. Promise me you'll choose to live, because I'm starting to realize the price of imbuing the wardstones in time to save everyone I love, and it's my life. My power feels so significant to the stone this size that it would take all of Taryn's power, his very life, and I won't give that. But I can give I can give enough that the riders who can make it to finish the job. I fall to my knees and I don't lose control. I pour and pour, opening the archive doors and taking on the full force of Taryn's power, shaking with the effort to keep it controlled, focusing constructive instead of violent. Violet! Brennan's voice sounds from far away. Heat surges through me in waves as I push the power into the stone, and my worlds narrow in pain, heat in my racing heartbeat. Violet, Mom rushes to me, her eyes wide with fear. She reaches my hands free, gasps, then gasps, drawing back, red, blistering palm. Ah! The ground rises toward my face, and I throw that hand out to catch myself against the stone floor and keep channeling. So what if my skin singes, my fingers redden, and muscles give out, and I surrender to fire, noting nothing matters beyond imbuing this stone, raising the ward that will save my friends, my siblings. Zayden, what's your signet? Mom shouts back, but I lack the strength to lift my head. You can't do this, Adarna argues in a shriek. You have your purpose. Even my mental voice is a whisper. Maybe this is mine. Hasn't manifested, Eric answered in a panic. What about the others out there? Mom's voice raises. He starts to answer the ones he knows of, and I tune him out and stay focused on control, on lasting long enough to be the most use. Brennan hits the ground to my left, crouching a few feet away, his lips moving, but I close my eyes and reach for more of the power that's slowly killing me. You will cease, Taryn orders. I'm so sorry. The muscles in my arms lock from exhaustion. Finally, now I won't have to hold it in place. I'm entering the final stages of burnout, just like I had on the top of the mountains with Varish. You shouldn't have to lose 2 riders this way. Forcing my eyes open, I stare at the pattern of rocks beneath my fingers, and I get it. I finally understand why someone would turn into stealing magic. All of the power in the world is beneath my fingertips. If I channel, if I take from the earth instead of from Taryn, I'll have enough power to save. You must save yourself, Taryn demands. I choose you not as my next, but as my last, and should you fall, then I will follow. No steam rises from my skin. Let go, Adarna pleads, and the rush of the air in the chamber paired with the slight tremble of the ground tells me she's landed. I won't do it, Sloane shouts, echoes off the walls and breaks through the hatch. Inch by painful inch, I force myself to rise my head just in time to see Brennan's eyes wide and Mom's boots rising towards my shoulder. She makes impact softly, and before I can open my mouth, she kicks with her full strength, sending me sprawling across the chamber floor and breaking my hold on the ward stone. Power flies in the air with the crack of lightning as I hit my back, and the stream tears from my throat, and the sound echoed by Brennan as his face fills my vision as he grasps my hand. Cool relief strikes at my arm, the burning fading, and my muscles mending the strain and releasing. If I don't cut the power, he'll die. He can't mend me that fast over and over, and the next wave of heat pushes forward. I shove the archive doors closed with the last of my mental strength, and the power cuts off. The relief from Taryn and Adarna is instant, but all I taste is the sour bite of defeat as I lie there, my brother kneeling next to me as he mends my body I've been so reckless with. And above me, I see a flash of green with the swarm before it comes into view. The sky darkening with beating gray wings. It's the only way, Mom yells, and I turn my head as muscles knit and my skin cools. You can't abuse something this big in an instant, not without hundreds of riders, which we don't have. If you want to save your friends, you'll do this, she shouts at Sloane, her fingers wrapped around the first year's wrist as she drags her to the ward stone. Mom, I croak, but she doesn't answer. You're Amara, Mom says to Sloane. Yes, her bright blue eyes meet mine, wide and uncertainly. I killed your mother. Oh, God, Mama. Okay, I know what you're doing, but damn, bitch, piss that kid off. Piss her off like a motherfucker. Mom taps her chest. Mom, I shout. Brendan collapses next to me, pale and sweating. I haul myself to the knees. I tracked her down and hauled her to her own execution, remember? Mom says to Sloane, pushing me against the stone. You were there. I made you watch, you and your brother. Liam to Liam. Sloane whispers. Mom nods, picking up Sloane's left hand and putting it on the lowest circle to the massive rune carved to the stone. What do we do? What do we cheer for? 100K! Congratulations! Congratulations! 100K for all y'all! Woo! Until Lamb and 100K! Great job, everybody. Great job. Woo! Mom nods and she picks Sloane up to the hand. I'm putting it on the lowest circle of the massive rune carved in the stone. I could have stopped his death too if I'd just paid a little more attention last year to what my own aide was doing. No, I shout, lunging forward. Eric runs in from the side of the ward, chambering, not only catching me, but stopping me. Let me go. I can't, he says apologetically. She's right. And I have to choose between her life and yours. And I choose yours. My life and hers? We're losing Mama? Who are we I don't even know any fucking... We ain't even... Adarna ice cream. I'm so sorry. I choose your life too. You're mine. I can't let you die. Adarna shifts around my side, moving forward. She's so She's so forward, so she's poised to stand between them, my mother and me. Oh, gods, no. Sloan is a Stiphan. You can hear them dying up there. That's what's happening, Mom says. Her tone softer than she's ever used. Your friends are dying. Cadet, Mira, Trenadir, Air is fighting for his life, and you can stop it. You can save them all. She picks her free hand. She picks up her free hand. Into my dread, Sloan doesn't drop the other from the stone. Don't do it, I cry. Sloan, that's my mother. This isn't happening. Maybe Sloan won't listen to me, but she'll listen to Zayden. I throw down my shields. Pain, agonizing, blistering pain roars down the pathway. Hopelessness and helplessness. It hits me from every angle, stealing my breath, overwhelming my senses and my strength. My body snags, my weight full in Eric's arms as my mind fights to separate Zayden's emotions from mine. I can't think around the pain. No, what? No. Can't breathe from the tightness in my chest. Can't feel the ground beneath my feet. Zayden's dying, I whisper. Sloan's gaze snaps to mine. That's all it takes. You don't have to do anything but stand there, my mother promises. Somewhat in the distance, your signet will take over for you. Think of yourself as nothing more than a conduit of power. You're simply facilitating mine flowing into the stone. Violet, Sloan whispers. I drag my gaze to hers. But I'm not here, not really. I'm dying on the battlefield, the last of my strength fading, burning, consuming my body. But it will be worth to save the one I love, Violet. The one I love. Violet, fight! I scream down the bond at all three of them, shouting past the blood and vengeance, wrath and fire, the sour taste of wyvern flesh between her teeth. You could do this, Mom. Her voice soothing. Mom, my voice cracks as she laces her fingers with Sloan. It's all right, Mom says to me. Her eyes soften as Sloan's body goes rigid. As soon as my power, Amser's power, lives within the stone, fire it, raise the wards. There's nothing I wouldn't do to keep you safe. Do you understand? Everything was to get you to this moment when you'd be strong enough. She falls to her knees, but she doesn't let go of Sloan. No, no, no. I fight Eric's arms as my chest threatens to collapse, to crumble in my heart. Mom blinks in and out of my vision, blurry 1 second, then clear. I'm so sorry, Eric whispers. You're everything we dreamed you'd be, Mom says quietly, her skin paling, even as Sloan flushes scarlet. Of you three, she looks down, and Brennan and I soon. Father, our eyes flare as I struggle to break free from Eric. Don't, Brennan begs, shaking his head. Don't do this. He staggers to his feet, stumbling in her direction, but it doesn't get far before falling. Live well, her head bobs and her eyes roll as her skin takes this waxy pallor that's an obscene contrast to her flight leathers as her chest rises and falls slower in a stutter in complete breath. Brennan crawls towards her, footsteps sound behind me, coming at us at a run. No! I scream, tearing my throat, ripping into my soul. A distant hair raising hum emulates as the wardstone as Mom falls forward into Brennan's arms. Sloan staggers backwards, staring at her palms like they belong to someone else, and Eric finally lets me go. I fly forward, hitting my knees in front of where Brennan sits with Mom's body draped across his laps, his hand trembling as he reaches her face. Mom's fingers find her neck, but there's no pulse, no heat, no life. The only beat I hear are the boot steps racing into the chamber. She's gone. Mom, Brennan whispers, his face crumbling as he looks down at her. What did you do? Mira drops to her knees and pulls Mom's body from Brennan, her hands furiously seeking what mine just had, any sign of a heartbeat. Mom, she shakes her violently, but Mom's head rolls into her shoulder. Mom, I can't breathe. She tied the storm, the very air, a force too big to be extinguished, rather ripping through the world itself apart at its core. How can she just be gone? I'm so sorry, Sloan cries softly. What did you do? Mira yells again, the full force of her warmth turned on Brennan. Zayden needs you, Adarna says, but I can't move. Taryn and Sigil wait with him. We need to get them out, Eric says, and there are hands, his, I think, on my shoulders, pulling me off the floor. guiding me backward. Mira follows, hooking arms under Mom's and dragging her from the chamber. Sloan helps Brennan, and then we're all in the tunnel. Someone else carries Mom's. One of the first years. Mira's hands are on my face, searching my eyes, as sharp blocks are the entrance to the tunnel. Are you all right? I couldn't stop her. Was that my voice? Or Brennan's? Heat flares, intense, enough to suck the oxygen from my lungs. But it doesn't touch us. Adarna is in the doorway, her wings flared to stop the flame that circles the chamber, flowing from the six above and the one who make all the difference. A pulse of energy runs through me in a wave. The wards! Adarna moves, my glaze wanders up the mended ward stone to the iron fane that burns black on top. It's all that's left of my mother.
You need a hug too.
Mama Sorengale, you're a real one, ma'am. You're a real one. Man. Wow. That's rough. I tell you what. Whew. Mama Sorengale. To Lilith. Thank you for the roses. To Lilith. Wow, we hit 40 viewers too. Wow, everybody. I appreciate that. Wow. Oh, wow. I didn't see. All right. Whew, got a few more. We got 1, 2. We got a short chapter here. I think we got 2 short ones to finish this out. Yeah, looks like 2 short pages. Oh, I got a little dragon. Hallie Grace, I saw the baby dragon. That was so cool. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That was so cool. Thank you for that dragon. That was awesome. All right. All right. Are we ready? My kids get a little stay up early tonight because we're going to finish this out.
They get to stay up early?
They get to stay up a little early tonight.
A little early?
I'm a little emotional right now. I can't concentrate. All right. Here we go. Chapter 65. Most generals dream of dying in service to their kingdom. But you know me better than that, my love. When I fall, it will be for one reason only. To protect our God dang it. Entertainment TikTok, it's a fucking good thing. It's not a bad thing. We're not bullying. We're proud of her. God damn you, Lilith. You fucking real. Fucking love you. Everything I said about Lilith is gone. Everything about Lilith is gone. I take it all back. I fucking take it all back. I take it all back. That is how, yes. Fucking, God damn it, Lilith. You're a fucking G. I'm sorry. What? Oh, that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Recovered unsent correspondence to General Lilith Sorengale. God fucking damn you. Thud, thud. The sound echoes down the ward chamber. Wyvern's bodies. Adarna tells me, pivoting the peak of her head through the doorway. Please forgive me. Her golden eyes blink. Forgive her. She made a choice, I whisper. The tears falling down my cheeks aren't quite as resigned, nor the sobs of racking Mira's body and the blank stare on Brennan's face, and everything but peaceful as he removes the flight jacket in slow, jerky motion and drapes it over Mom's body. I'm not sure how much time passes as we're ushered down the tunnel and through the narrow passage. The stairs are a blur. You're alive. You will live today. You will wake tomorrow, Taryn promises me as I force one foot in front of the other. Zayden, I reach through the bond, but his shields are up. He lives. Thank you, Dune. That's gravity, right? Gravity. He's enough to keep my feet on the ground, to keep the sun rising. He'll pull her body into the quadrant. Someone tells Brennan a dragon must have brought Mom's body out of the ward chamber. We emerge from the southwest tower to the sounds of victory, cheers, and cries, thanks to the gods. Infantry, healers, riders, and flyers alike clog the hallways with their hugs. But we make it through. Mira, Brennan, and I stand in the doorway to the courtyard, watching the celebration break into full force. None of us seem able to move. A face appears in front of my eyes, brown hair. Dane Jode Atos. Violet, he lifts his blood-soaked arm to reach for me, then thinks twice. Are you? Okay. You know what? All right, Dane. All right. You're Dane. You're Dane. For at least today. Are you? Move. Rihanna pushes him out of the way. Thank you, Riri. Her grin tired and very beautiful. Oh, thank you, Riri. Oh, we got the words up. She cups my face with both hands. Yes, I manage. My gaze skimming over her face. There are a few tears in the thighs of the leathers that might stab wounds, but I can't tell. Are you hurt? It's nothing, she assures me. You should have seen it. The wyvern started falling in the sky like dead weights, and the Vinny panicked and ran. Their leadership is hunting them down. Good. That's good. I kept nodding. The others? Riddick is all right. Imogen took a swipe at her side, but she's barely complaining. Quinn has a busted cheek, but I think it's mostly swelling. And I just headed back to check on Sawyer and the flyers. 1 or 2. She studies my expression. Zayden? Alive, I croak, according to Taryn. She glances at Brennan and Mir before turning back to me, understanding, drawing my face, falls. My mom, I try to explain. My throat closes. She, the wardstone, didn't have any power. And my mom, oh, Vi. Reed takes a step that separates us and pulls me in for a hug. It doesn't matter that I shouldn't, that it's shameful display of emotion, or that she wouldn't want it. I break down and sob against Riri's shoulder, my breath coming in heavy gasps. With every tear, I feel my feet gain traction and a spinning world fall for the first waves of shock start to pass. When I look up, Brennan is sitting on the steps that lead to the administrative building, looking ready to pass out as he gives orders, and Mira is nowhere to be seen. What do you need? Riri asks. I reach out as Zayden and his shields are looking up tight, so I drag the backs of my hand across my face and try like hell to pull myself together. I need to lay my eyes on Taryn and Zayden. In the front, Taryn tells me. I head in that direction, passing the negotiations between Milligan and Devra as I pausing when I hear them laying out the terms for our return. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. I wouldn't be returning. Fuck that. That's just me. All right. An attack, a horde that big, bodies dropping all over the kingdom. There's no chance leadership can hide this. It's only a matter of hours before every Navarian citizen knows that they've been lied to. No wonder they want us to return. I'm not sure I want to come back. I'll make my way through the courtyard and the archway in the open air. Open graveyard. Bodies of wyverns live to the ground with a few colors mixed in. But I don't recognize any of the dragons I pass as I make my way in the looming shapes of Taryn and Sigel near the edge of the ravine. Are you harmed? I asked. You would know if I were, he says, his head swiveling as Adarna approaches, her right wing trembling as she flares just before landing. You two need to catch up right now.
What?
Why are you behind me?
I was just here.
You were scaring me. Don't
You scare me too.
Okay, something bad's about to happen if you're coming over here. I'm on your watch.
Nah.
You need to catch up right now. Taryn turns golden eyes on me. Right now, I repeat. Hang on. Are you harmed? You would know, he says. His head swivels and Adarna approaches as her wings tremble as she flares just before landing. You two need to catch up right now. Taryn turns a golden eye on me. Right now, I repeat. His attention shifts to Adarna. I walk towards Sigel, feeling Zayden beyond where she sits guard. Are you going to let me pass? I ask her, keeping my eyes on her, not the blooded beard she's sporting. You fought well today. Thank you. Her elected smile tugs at my lips. You did too. Yes, well, I expect you. She shifts her forelegs, revealing Zayden standing there, the ironic coming for you. That's ironic coming from you. I mutter but move forward, surveying him. There's a laceration across my upper back. That's all I see, and I walk to his side, keeping my toes a few inches from the edge, with the damn thing near hang. What happened? I killed him. His voice is flat, and so his expression. the noon sun cutting almost every shadow from his face, snapping whatever tether he had on me, and killed. What? What are you talking about? Hang on. You fought well today, thank you. Reluctant smile, so did you. Yes, well, I expected to. She shifts her forelegs. Zayden standing at the edge of the ravine, his back turned to me. Be careful of your words. That's ironic coming from you. I mutter but move forward, surveying him. There's a laceration cup his upper back. That's all I see. I walk to his side, keeping my toes a few inches from the edge, where he's damn near hanging over. What happened? I killed him. His voice is flat and is expressionless. The noon sun cutting almost every shadow from his face, snapped whatever tether he had on me and killed him. His body fell into the ravine, and now I keep watching the river like it's going to pop back up, even though I know he's miles downstream by now. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I reach for his hand and he tugs it away. I'm not. You saved us. My mother saved us. My voice cracks. She had Sloan siphon Amser's power, and with their life energies into the ward stone, she's gone. His eyes slide closed. I'm so fucking sorry. She killed your father. Why would you be sorry? I swipe another tear that leaks out. I didn't want her dead, he says softly. I could never want anyone you loved dead. Silence falls over us, and it's not the comfortable kind. Milgren wants us to come back. I throw it out there looking for some reaction, any reaction. Then we'll come back, he nods. Arisha, your words are already weakening, and these are intact. Which you'll explain to me later, right? His gaze flicks sideways, but at me quickly leaves. Like I'm painful to look at. I'll explain, I promise. Good, he nods. It's safer for you here. This is where you should be. He drags in a shaky breath and laughs. You won't be scared until you fall. Until you won't be as scared under the full wards. My brow furrows. I just fought an entire wyvern army, dark welders, and raised wards, losing my mother in the process. Please do tell me what could possibly be scarier than that, living life without Zayden. You love me, he whispers. You know I do. I grab hold of his hand and my stomach twists when he turns to me and lowers his eyes. But out there's that I should be scared of Zayden. What did he tell you? What did you see? What could he know that has him this shaken? Slowly, he drags his gaze at my body, and it feels like it takes years for him to just look at me. When he finally does, I gasp. My hands tighten on his reflex. No, that single word is all I can think. Feeling, scream eternally as I stare up the man I am hopelessly in love with. Me, he whispers, a faint, indistinguishable red ring emanating from his gold-flecked onyx iris. You should be... What the fuck? He's possessed. I almost threw a metal helmet against a garage door, but I don't want to be banned off of TikTok.
Entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. I think I broke a googly eye. That's some bullshit.
You broke the eye.
I dented it.
It's dented.
Bring it back, please. Sorry. Yeah, we've been into battle, folks. No fucking way. Oh, she said I could do this. This is bullshit. Now 66 is Zayden's peel? I don't know. No. How? The scratch on his back. No way. We have tried every method we know as you request. There is no cure. There is only control. The message from Lieutenant Colonel Nolan Grigsby to General Sorengale. Oh, the googly eye fake, but I dented. Look, I dented the shit. I threw it. I ain't gonna lie. It's dented.
For Nanny.
Seen battle. Exactly, it's been seasoned. We don't fake around here. 43, that's a new record. Chapter 66. We have tried every method we know as your request. There is no cure. There is only control. Missive from Lieutenant Colonel fucking Nolan. Nolan, you better fix this shit, Nolan. You better fix this shit right here, Nolan. Zayden. Every note of Sigale's terror plays down my spine as I hang, suspended merely feet above the battlefield. My muscles frozen, my power locks uselessly inside me. Even if he lets me go, I'm not sure I'll have enough strength left to wield. He wore me down for fucking fun. I never made a match for him. None of us are. Every nerve in my body screamed from pain incarcerated.
120K.
120K likes. Holy snapples, y'all. Holy crap. 44 now. New record. Holy shitballs, Batman. Woo! Okay, sorry. Fucking Zayden, too? The heat of the welding too much for too long, burning me alive, but worse, the pain is the defeat. It hurts, doesn't it? Nearly burning out. The sage walks a slow circle around me. His blue robes darken at the hem of the melting snow, mere feeding from the ravine as I had to cross to prove I could cut in this place. Magic doesn't like everything in balance. Take too much and she'll consume you for overstepping. I tear at the bond he has wrapped around me, invisible strings of power that bind me like a trussed chicken. You strike, I block. You throw, I dodge. He signs, dragging his staff in the dirt behind him, just like in my fucking nightmares. Except the sweat dripping down the back of my neck reminds me that this is very much reality. Just like in your fucking dream, you're gonna have to kill the one thing you love. The violet is beneath Bazgai, fighting to rise the wards, and the Terran is picking off the wyvern, tearing at Sigale above me to keep from her side. What is it about me that fails the females in my life? So I'm going to give you one last chance to make the right choice so we can get this over with, the sage says. Stopping in front of me, smiling up at me with the eerie red-rimmed eyes and the spiderweb veins, he retreats a handful of steps, then taps the staff to the ground. Gravity calms me, and I fall, passing my feet and slamming into the ground on my hands and knees. I told you once that you'd turn for love, he says, holding his arm out, and so you shall. You don't know shit about me. I stumble from my feet and fall again, landing on my knees as Sigale roars in pure fury overhead. I know more than you think. He lowers his staff and leans in like a walking stick. Because you're a sage, I spit the ground on my feet on the hillside in Trinidor and a reach for my power. A sage, he laughs. Ha 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 ha! I'm a general. I sit in an office. Fire races down my arms and shadows stream from beneath me, wrapping around the arrogant asshole's torso. Satisfaction courses through me in a high better than Tron. Generals die the same as soldiers. I fight with my own arms to get them to move, but then they don't obey, having gone into muscle failure long before he hefted me into the sky. Do they? He laughed again, wrapped in darkness. Come on, shadow wielder. Turn. It's the only way to save her. Fuck you. I throw myself down the bond and feel Violet slipping, burning, intending to. My shadow slips, but the general doesn't move. She's going to sacrifice herself to save me. She intends to die. My heart vaults into my throat, and I taste it again as the same as when I sat beside her, a bedside at Resin. Fear. You know what will happen when you fail, the general taunts, flicking at the weak band of shadows that curl around his throat. I'll step over your dead body and I'll find her. Then I'll wrap my hands around your delicate neck. Fury surges in my veins, and the blast of adrenaline is enough to solidify the bands of shadows and yank them tight. But no matter how hard I tug, he won't move and drain her. I slam one hand into the ground and clench my other fist, my arm shaking with the effort it takes to hold him as I delve to the depths of Sigale and power and let the fire consume me. Hold him, she demands, but I can't. He's too strong and I have nothing left. But I'll be damned if Violet suffers the consequences. He won't get his hands on her, not today, not ever. The slush beneath my palm melts and I feel there's something beneath me. A steady flow of unmistakable power. You cannot, Sigale shrieks. I chose you, but Violet chose me too. I reach, my heart stammering, and I grasp for air, jolting upright in bed. I checked the bank of the back of my neck, but it's dry. No dripping sweat, no aching muscle, no exhaustion. Just Violet sleeping beside me, her cheek resting on a pillow, her breaths deep and slow thanks to the exhaustion that left bruises under her eyes, her arm bent as though it was reaching out for me even in her dreams. I watched her long enough to calm my racing heart and gaze, skimming over every part of her I can see, from the silvery lines and her hard-won scars to the silvery half of her hair on the pillow. She's so fucking beautiful I can barely breathe, and I almost lost her. My fingertips trail over the smooth, soft skin of her cheeks, spotting the tracks he tears left. I lost my mother today, and while I won't mourn the loss of Lilla Sorengale, she lost her mother today, and while I won't mourn the loss of Lilla Sorengale, I can't stand the pain and Violet's suffering, and yet I'm about to be the biggest cause of it. I love you, I whisper, just because I can. Then I climb from the bed as quietly as possible and dress quickly in the moonlight. Silently, I leave the room. Then I make my way down the hall to the staircase, surrounding myself in the warmth of my shadows. I descend the floor by the tunnel as Basgaya. I don't bother reaching for Sigale. She's been eerily silent since the battle ended. The doors to the bridge open at my command, and do as the ones on the far side when I reach them, keeping myself wrapped as I pass the overflowing clinic where I spent hours waiting for Sawyer to come out of surgery earlier. I sidestep 2 drunken infantry cadets and am walking down the tunnel, only turning when I reach the guarded staircase that lead to my target. The guard cracks a yawn, and then I slip my unnoticed thanks into the increase in my signet, or whatever this is. The last time I walked these stairs, I just murdered everyone who stood between me and Violet. It's ironic. That's the cell I end up in front of now, peering through the barbed wire's window at Jack fucking Barlow. You look good, the second year says, sitting up the reconstructed bunk and smiling. You here to dose me? Pretty sure I'm not due until tomorrow morning. What's the cure? I fold my arms around my chest. For the serum he scuffs? The antidote. You know what I fucking mean. Shadows scurry from the edge of the walls in the cell. Tell me what the cure is, and I won't send you to Respin's chest that hold you in the air until you mummify. He stands slowly, cracking his neck before he moves to the center of the room, where the chair they tortured Violet had been bolted. Cures are for diseases. What we have is power, and that, dear Rorinson, isn't curable. It's inevitable. Bullshit. There's a way to get rid of this, I see. His smile grows wider. Oh no, there's no cure. You can never give back. You can never give back what's taken. You'll only hunger for more. I'd rather die than become one of you. Fear flavors the words because I feel it. The power beneath the college, the craving to sate the need, to sate the need of it. And yet, you just did, Jack laughs. The sound curls my blood. All this time, you've been convincing everyone you're a hero, and now you're the villain, especially in her story. Welcome to our fucked up family. Guess we're brothers now? This motherfucker's got to sit in the dungeons with Jack Barlow? I don't know what's worse, that dungeon or the one from fucking Crescent City. This is some bullshit. This ending is like Empire of Storm for me. It's bullshit. 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 What is this nonsense? What? What is that?
How do you feel?
Nah, that. I mean, I get it. Great story, but I'm not feeling that. Entertainment purpose for real. I'm not feeling that. Well, we're brothers now. Get bent. Okay. All right. It could have been worse. It could have, exactly, but we didn't die. Okay. All right. We're going to cure Zayden eventually at some point. Some point. Onyx Storm, possibly, because he's the Onyx guy. Okay. Mama Lilith, I got major, major respect for her now. Wow. Did wait, P saying wait. Well, what's up, P? Wait, what? Oh my lord. Oh, what's P saying wait for? Sorry. I didn't see that one coming.
What about Andorna?
What do you mean? You'll be add me. What do you mean? You want to jump to the box? You want a box? She wants to jump in the box. Let me see if I accept it. Here we go.
What about Andorna?
Hopefully, she's coming. Let me make sure. What about? I'm glad we didn't lose. I'm glad we didn't lose Adarna.
Yeah, we have to do something for Lilith. We're gonna have a moment of silence.
A moment of silence for Lilith, everyone.
I love that for anybody who just joined.
I know for anybody just what is happening? What is happening?
I'm sorry, I had to. I've
The
been
Lilith Sorengale.
since I heard you were reading this book. I was like, oh, we're definitely gonna play taps when that happens.
Welcome, Red Crayon Buffet.
And I knew
wow.
you were gonna get up, and I knew you were gonna salute as a veteran. I'm like, and he's totally gonna get up, and he's totally gonna salute.
It's just it's how it is. You got to.
Man. This is incredible. But like, yeah, how are you feeling, bud?
It's good. Really quick. We're not doing any echoing sound, right? I want to make sure we do that really quick. So, that was rough.
Because I think I hear an echo.
Okay. Because it might be because you're on my phone. I might have to do earbuds.
When I speak, like are you guys? Anywho.
Okay.
Can DW jump on?
I'm sorry?
DW should jump on. We should interview you.
DW jumping in to interview. Listen, y'all, that was rough. That was Liam, I will say Liam hurt a little more than General Sorengale, but I understand where she's coming from. Like that was nice. That was
I remember reading this and I didn't see it coming. I really didn't see it coming. Like I was like, whoa. I mean, once she did it, it's like, of course, it's their mother, of course, she loves her children. But I just didn't see it coming. I'm like, like the mom.
Yeah, for real. Oh, night, Emily. Good night, Emily. Yeah, I didn't see Mom. I thought for a second I was like, oh, they can't. I thought they were gonna maybe remove the plot armor for her and make us think she was gone for a book, and that was gonna be the big thing. Like, did we really just get rid of a main character? And then I was like, okay, we're gonna do Adarna, and I was like, they were pushing that one, and I don't know. I tried to hold that one in. I don't know if y'all saw that one coming out. Yeah, so I thought we were gonna lose Sawyer. Sawyer can't go until him and Jesse, or at least
Nah, exactly. They can't do Jesse like that.
Huh? I can't walk with. He's Lieutenant Dan. He can't walk without his legs. Lieutenant, we're gonna get Sawyer some new legs. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna be his special running
She read
legs.
the book. She was told like she didn't expect either thing.
Right.
I didn't expect Zayden to channel either. That came out of the blue. For me,
Yeah,
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, Zayden turning. I didn't. That was shocking. Now again, it's that was. Yeah, but that was surprising. I didn't think that's almost like a reverse of Empire Storm.
Yeah, right. And interesting enough, like your instincts are usually on point, and you couldn't guess anything either. Like, and the exact same thing happened to me. This book, anything I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, and it's like, whoa, that's not what happened.
Yeah, I didn't see any of this, which was like I will say I got close on a few things. I was definitely peppering around a few things with the dragons and the fire. I didn't have Adarna as the other breed, as the seventh one, but I was like, she's part of this. I know she's part of it. You know what I mean?
No, I figured that out early because I'm like, oh, she woke up a different color. I'm like, oh, so she's not.
And when you said she's a teenager, she can contour. I'm like so close because she's a chameleon.
Yeah.
Contour chameleon.
Yeah.
She's like
Yeah.
a chameleon type dragon.
You almost had it.
We're blending.
No, seriously, like your instincts are always on point. Even that was like, oh, she contours. I'm like, oh my god, he's so close. I'm always telling Mon, I'm like, Mon, he knows, he's so close.
The keys wise, yeah, I did see. Yeah, everybody's like the keys. I'm like the keys are in the desk. So here, we'll hold this up here. I gotta get used to the backwards camera part. There we go. Ooh. So anything else really quick before I have to go put my kiddos to bed?
I agree. Onyx is a good book. Some people hate it. Some people find it a little tedious. I love it.
Get ready to throw that book.
If Zayden waited like 30 seconds, he wouldn't be in this mess. Hey, if men could always go more than 30 more seconds, right? If only. 30 more seconds, it's all we ask.
That's been a woman complaint for many decades, for many centuries.
He said, don't get off Rumble. Oh, 140K likes. Are y'all serious?
Oh, we gotta get to 150.
Y'all are going wild. And I saw we were like 43. That's the new record. Or 44. That's our new record.
I think 45, somebody said.
Somebody said we hit 45. That's amazing.
We did hit 45, yes.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, do you think Violet's relic tattoo has changed color to match Adarna?
Ooh. Oh, DW, why aren't you here again? Something about your phone.
But now do you know why I asked, what color should I paint her?
No, that's why you
then
were
people
saying that,
were like,
yeah.
oh, she's gold. And I just took everything in me to not reply back.
Right.
Is she? Question?
Right.
You know what
I see what you
I
did
didn't
there.
want to ruin anything.
Good night,
for her, so
Pixie.
I said nothing.
So, that's cool. I'm sorry, what was that, P?
Oh, Pixie saying good night.
Oh, good night, Pixie. I don't know how when I connect them on my phone. Oh, I'm not sure. We have to figure that out, DW. I mean, I could probably. I wonder if I invite DW, but
Yeah, send me
I have to figure out how to get
on my laptop.
so I can hear better. So she doesn't. If I turn her up too much, she'll echo. But if I put my earbuds in like I did that one day, I end up getting double microphone. I got to figure that out still.
We all do.
Right? We're still learning. Hey, we're new here. We're Gen X. We're learning, but
I miss the old days. Technology used to be a lot easier to figure out.
right.
Now
Onyx
it's
Storm is 67 chapters long. Is it?
67 chapters.
That's what they said. So,
67.
wow, the writing is different. Well, I'm not gonna look. So I'm not gonna look at anything, but I mean,
Damn, I have
Ooh,
a whole.
really
So,
quick.
why? Really quickly. There is
Hang on.
something about the book about Onyx Storm that bothered the masses, right? And I'm
Okay.
bringing it up because I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to see it happens immediately, so it's not technically a spoiler. Like it's literally page 1, and this little fact bothered the masses to no end. But I don't think it's not going to bother you at all. And I think like literally, if you open the first page and you see it, you can kind of allude to what it is.
So do I want to open? So you're telling me to open it, right? Making sure I hear this right.
Do it. I don't think it's a spoiler if that's the next book.
All right, here we go. The first book, we got the Barons.
Not the map.
Not the map. All right, I'm just making sure. I don't want to go. Okay, Onyx Storm. All right, the title.
Got it? I can't.
Right.
It looks like a blank page.
Other books in the series. To the ones who don't run with the popular crowd, to the ones who get caught reading under the desk, the ones who feel like they never get invited included. Get your leathers. We have dragons to ride.
There you go. That's the page.
Okay, so now, name. Violet, bonded, Adarna, lightning welded.
Wait, is that?
Zayden, Segale. Okay, we got, okay. Imogen, Glain, memory erasing, Quen, Hola, and Kruth. Astral projection, Rihanna and Fergie retrieving, Sawyer, Hendrick, metallurgy, Riddick and Atrum is ice welding, Sloan, and we call her the Thurot is siphoning, Eric, aka Cam.
150.
Hey, nice job on the 150, y'all.
We did
Congrats.
it.
And Mavlik is not manifested. Aylin, Baylor, Lennox, the first years of unmanifested. Cat with Colin, manipulate emotions. We don't know what her and DJ is. Griffin Flyers, World Leaders, the King. King Tar and the Wise. You ain't wise, I'm wise, bitch. The King Navarre. The fuck you think he is, bitch? I'm King Wise, motherfucker. Bitch tits.
Fictional characters.
Fictional character, TikTok. Fictional character. The first in line for the throne, the queen. Discount tire, first in line.
All right,
Okay,
good.
so
that's a page so you could get acquainted with all the characters, their names,
Oh, there's
what
names.
they do,
Hinting.
their names. And
Names,
that's all
huh?
I'm gonna say.
Names. All right. So tomorrow I got to go through names here in Kincadium. She's telling me I need to look up the dragons' names and go over their Scottish names too. She's gonna send me that. Can you give me my box really quick? I had a crown.
I just gave you
I didn't see a crown.
Yo, can we talk? How did that dragon pop up? What does it do?
I think that was a gift. It's one of those like the galaxies. I think you gotta give the money, and it pops up.
That's really funny.
He's talking about the king of Tarn. He doesn't know where his son is. He thinks Eric thinks he's out partying. You want to come say hi real quick? I need to go grab something. Come in the picture.
That's
So they
hilarious.
don't. I just have to run and grab something.
Bye.
1 second. Don't leave yet. I'll be right back. 1 second.
getting things.
You've been hella entertaining. Listen, the gown thingy. What's the robe? Liz, can you hear me? Oh.
I can hear you now.
Wait, so you haven't read Onyx Storm, right?
No.
Oh, so are you gonna read it with?
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm doing the tandem read, and then I'll be doing Onyx Storm too. So I hope I don't like
So you're technically reading
discombobulate.
3 books
Do
at the same time. You're reading 3 books at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought about that. I'm like, wait, why is that she hasn't read it? So what's gonna happen when you get to Onyx Storm? We're just not gonna be around.
Yeah. No, I might. He's kind of like an audiobook in a way. You know what I mean? So I could always. I don't know. Maybe we can get him to read this one just live because that could be fun too.
That could
And
be
then
fun.
he'll still make his videos the next day, breaking the chapters down.
Yeah, that's an idea. What do we think, guys?
Because I think that would be in a good spot to get like a schedule going if we did,
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple of times a week, you know.
Oh wait. What got the oh? So the masses. A lot of people were complaining because in Onyx Storm they had to use last names instead of first names, but to me it made perfect sense because now they're in the army and in the actual military. So they would use last names, but so
over here. Son of a gun. What?
I
already brought it.
Why? Military, he couldn't get it.
Oh, he got a box today.
I got a box. Okay, but
Here, give me the box.
what's in the box? All right, really quick.
Wait, what's
Let me put them down.
Why?
I got mail today, and it's not all the mail, but I had to show just so people understand what we're about here.
Excited.
So I still have to get book 1 hasn't arrived yet, but I have book 2, book 3, and book 2.5.
Woohoo! Oh my god!
This is the next series. Yes, we are doing the Ashen series next. I just have a question. Why is it so small? That's what she said. It's just a baby.
It's a baby. So that's essentially that's going on at the same time that book 2 is happening, but that's happening to one of the side characters who is freaking amazing. So amazing she gets her own novella. And yeah, everyone's gonna love her. Like she's the best.
She's okay, cool. I'm sorry. Somebody said I do have big hands, but I don't think they're that big. But yes, I just wanted to show you. So here we are. That way, there's no downtime with us, folks. Y'all know that. Just so we know, we are ready.
You're gonna love it so much. So I'm currently rereading book 2. I just got book 3 in the mail because I had pre-ordered it, and I'm marking like all of the chapters that you should definitely go live, and I'm marking all of the spicy chapters too, so that we don't accidentally,
In the back.
That's awesome. I'm excited for it. I'm super duper excited. So I just wanted y'all to know I'm in it. We're in it to win it.
It's such a good series, guys. Like, if you guys want to read along, it is so good and so worth it. I would not do it with the description justice, but I can send you guys a bunch of reels that describe the series.
No, trust me.
Kind of epic fantasy like quest situation, and it's Viking vibes, Norse mythology. It follows 2 sisters. It's really freaking good. It's so good.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for it. So
like
trust me.
I'm like, bro, so much shit happens. Like I completely forgot. Oh, you're gonna fucking love this book. Like you're gonna love this book.
No, I'm excited. I think Vegas said, "Oh, a lot of you." I think a lot of people in the Discord were saying they're going to read.
Woohoo! It is so good, and the audiobook's like a single narration, but does such a wonderful job. Like they're amazing. Really, really. Like I know you're an audiobook girly. Like the audiobooks are phenomenal.
Right. So somebody asked what books are these? This is the Ashen series. This will be the next series we're doing after we finish Onyx Storm, which is next. So we got Onyx Storm, which I will be starting probably tomorrow. And then we got the Ashen series next. So these are what's happening.
While we're on the topic of Onyx Storm, we were discussing that maybe potentially you could just like audiobook wise style this entire book on live, and you could just read on live for all of it. Maybe that's how we make the schedule of going live multiple times a week. Is yay!
I have no. But no.
Processing.
I'm not
Just
processing.
taking it in.
I'm not processing. I just no. Hold, slowly roll. Oh. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. Look, she doesn't see what y'all don't understand with me is when I do something, I only know I am. Y'all remember Y'all remember Charlie Sheen in his days where it was very, very bad? And we had the whole song about him, and he had one speed, go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think y'all like in the Discord, y'all were like, oh, you don't have to worry about consistency wise. We're already here. No, I have to worry about the consistency. So I have no problem reading Onyx Storm live. That doesn't bother me. But I will have to do it every day because I will get bored if I'm not reading every day. So are you telling me you want me to go live every single evening? Like that's what I don't understand what we're asking here.
Are your kids okay with that? Are they
Maybe not every evening. Maybe some days you do daytime ones.
Some days daytime. Okay, but you're just saying
Like
read every
schedule.
day.
like
Well, sure,
Sunday
a
afternoon?
schedule.
Or just, you know, kind of a outline of
Since you're always
figure
going
it out, and then you can break it out that way.
Sunday tea.
I think if you do it live, it has to be less than 5. Yeah, I think the live. I think lives are like 3 chapters. Lives are like 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Or unless they're very, very small.
Yeah, like tonight was what, 6, 5?
Yeah, tonight was 6.
That was.
It was 6. It was 2. Yeah, it was long. It was 3 hours, but that was long. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me discuss it with her tonight. There will be something posted tomorrow along with the videos for the review about this. And then, yeah, I like reading out loud, so don't get it twisted. I like reading out loud. I really do. I like it's fun. I have it. I just got to make sure
we'll
I
take
give.
it to the IC chat in the voices. We'll
Okay.
talk to the voices.
Yeah,
Hey
we'll
guys,
figure it out. We'll discuss
maybe we
it.
could do an occasional like lunchtime pop up for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, quick chapter.
Do what now? I didn't hear that.
Like a
maybe
lunch
every
chapter with Wise.
yeah.
Mm.
Like
Have a
let's
lunch
say for
pop-up.
example, like let's say you guys have dates that you have things going on at night and you can't do like a full live. You can do like a pop up lunchtime 30-minute live.
Yeah.
To read
No,
whatever you
and
want.
I like it, and I like that. The thing is excuse me. I just have to worry about the Speusechange. Got to focus.
Oh, yeah.
Got to make sure I don't do that. And then I mean, I will. This is just me. I got hamburger. Have it. Thank you. That's cool. the only thing. The only thing about that I will say I'm reserved about is when y'all like when there's certain chapters that y'all want, you know what I'm saying? I try to get the most of the people, especially for let's say the 20 to 30 people that are showing up on a constant basis. I want to make sure I really hit those scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh, they like the silent. The silent read.
Right. So that's the biggest thing. But I tell you what, we're gonna think about it. We're gonna talk about it. We'll figure it out, and we'll do something. If it's every night or day morning, but I am gonna say this on Sunday mornings from now on, and I will make sure this is from Sunday. I'm gonna do Wake Up with Wise on Sunday, but we're not gonna read. We're just gonna have a cup of coffee and do some BSing or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Bye.
That sounds cool. After 11, because I'm at church.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Well,
this
that's
is all to
10
come.
o'clock.
We'll figure it out. Okay. We'll figure it out.
No, to be honest, I threw out that lunch thing because I'm like, it'd be cool. Like if I'm like working in my little corner.
Right.
And like, I'm just like, I have one AirPod in and then we're all just like, you're all reading and I'm miserable doing my job. I'm kidding. I'm not going to be miserable. I'll be miserable because I can't read with you.
That's funny. No, Wise needs family. Trust me. Me and my family, we get out. My family will trust me. I love y'all and I have fun, but my family gonna get their time. Trust me. But no, definitely, we're gonna figure it out like a Sunday with like a brunch with Wise on Sunday. That way, you know what I'm saying?
Cute.
We'll do
and if
that.
anyone is out to brunch, like for real, they gotta pop in real quick and cheers.
There you go. For real. I like that.
Exactly. It's like, show us your mimosa, bitches.
Okay. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to sit down. I'm going to talk to Liz. The plan for now, just so everybody knows, I have to post the reviews video tomorrow, the retellings. My plan is to start Onyx Storm tomorrow with at least like 3 chapters, maybe. We'll go like 7:30 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Once I lock those times in, I'll make sure everybody knows. And then I'll work with her on a reading schedule that I will get posted, and it'll be a daily, either in the day and at night, and we'll just go. And then if there's like we said, we'll do a roadmap if y'all can. And there's a really special, this needs to be done on a specific night, then we'll just curtail it, stop there, and we'll make an event for that night. I think that'll be the best way to do it.
Yeah. That's very structured and organized. Very wing leader vibes.
The tism's showing, I think, but no, we'll get it. Okay, I like it. With that being said, I know it is almost freaking midnight for some of y'all, and I got to get my little kids to bed. I want to thank everybody for joining. 45 people, 162,000 likes for my little crazy ass. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Ladies, my voices, Sean, any other fellas that are here, I don't know if there are. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Good night, guys.
Good night, P. Good night, everybody. Good night, DW. Night, Mon.
Team.
Good night, Miss Wolverine. Night, Belle. Night, Bobby. Night, Sam. Oh, I just saw Sam. I didn't see you were here earlier. Good night. Oh, she left me. Goodbye. Oh, who be then? All right. Bye, fam. Good night. Good night, Cloud. Red Canyon. Red Canyon, I've seen you. That's a new one. I don't remember seeing that. Rain Cloud. Okay. Your name is Rain Cloud. I like that. Red Canyon Buffet. I like that. Thanks, y'all, for stopping by. Until next time, folks, have a good one.